where I'm at my computer normally when I'm like on a video call because the background is nicer
Yeah.
from that angle than what's actually behind
Makes
my
sense.
desk. So, but today I'm like, I can't get out of bed. So the return of bed desk
Bed
is
Desk K.
here.
What's going on, everybody? Welcome to our Meat Slapping Majesty pre-show. I'm your host, King Ricky Rose, K Murphy, waiting on Will Tarashak whenever he decides to pop in. But you have us for now. Um,
Hello,
hello,
everyone.
all of you people. I need to start actually getting on the interwebs and promoting this. Good thing I have two computers. I actually have three.
Oh, fancy,
One was free when
fancy.
I switched to Verizon. They gave me like a free Chromebook. So
Ooh,
it's totally like a nothing device.
I love that.
Like I have it for the sake of having it.
So what do you do with that? Just like nothing?
No, but if I'm like, it'll be, you know what it'll be for? It'll be for when like for when I like actually travel. Like I won't have to bring it like, I won't have to bring anything else with me. It's a very light computer. It does everything that I need it to. Like if I want to watch stuff, and I can watch it on that.
Mm-hmm.
I don't have like my whole
Okay.
arsenal of stuff. Yeah.
Life on there. Yeah, I have my work Mac that I
Mhm.
exclusively use for work stuff. I have my personal Mac that I use for this, for the volunteering I do.
Mhm.
Um, if I feel like watching television,
Oh,
but I don't
look
want
who
to watch
decided
it,
to
this isn't
show
set.
up.
God damn it. Hello, love of my life. Hello.
I was ready, but I forgot to log into
Yeah,
Skype,
it
so that's my
happens.
fault.
Well, you're here now. That's all that matters.
Yes, that's very, very true. What's up, Will?
Wait, are we
I mean, I
dressing
decided to dress
festive?
special.
Hold on, I'm
Yeah,
getting changed.
I've been wearing this
Hold,
I've been wearing
I'm
this all
wearing
day,
my
so I'm just
Suplex
kind of
City
rocking with
North
it.
Pole shirt.
hold on.
You know how comfy the sweater is? It was like
Really,
$35 at
Cole's is
Kohl's.
great.
Yeah,
Kohl's has the best Christmas sweaters. I have a
yeah.
Darth Vader one I got. You
No,
can't see me, right?
we cannot see you, John
Okay.
Cena.
That John Cena?
Well, because I don't have pants on right now, and I don't need my
No,
body on the
pants
internet
off,
in this
dance off.
moment. That was a
I
great show.
watch
Did you
Pants
ever
Off, Dance
watch
Off all the
that?
time. It's awesome.
Pants Off, Dance Off, like Fuse in the early 2000s in general, I feel like were a very important part of like my queer awakening. Mistress Julia is one of the reasons I realized I like
What, from
girls.
Pants Off, Dance Off?
No, do you know remember Mistress Julia? The metal chick from like Uranium?
No, I do not actually.
Hold on, I'm gonna find a picture. Well, she had
Mm-hmm.
a show on Fuse. It was called Slave to the Metal, and she was pretty much answering caller questions, but she was in lingerie and on a stripper pole and shit.
Was she just like swinging
So me,
around
my
and like
little
answering
girls,
questions upside down?
pretty much.
That's pretty freaking awesome.
Here I am. I've
Are
changed.
you wearing the Grinch?
You're goddamn right. I'm wearing the Grinch. The Grinch is my favorite holiday.
My goodness.
Anything.
Um,
The Grinch is aight.
My thing is, it is warm, so at least underneath I have like my CM Punk shirt. That's gonna like, hold on. Just like this. That way I can have the hood on, but the shirt.
nice.
Uh-huh.
Actually, hold on. Let me quote tweet that.
Hold on, I'm gonna find Mrs. Julia for y'all and drop it in the
Okay.
chat because it's gonna explain to y'all a whole lot about me.
I mean,
It won't shock
probably
you at
not.
all. And like she lives in Brooklyn now, and like I know she's a bartender, at least she was pre-COVID. So I'm like,
Are you gonna
I
go
want
try
to meet
finding
her.
her?
Well, after I'm done having COVID. Oh my God, this picture. Oh boy, whew. I'm gonna have a good night after the show.
All right.
I found a picture that was on all of my school books when I was 15.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Nah, Mr. Fretz.
My everything.
Got Die Hard and some scotch going. Also, you're not live on YouTube yet. We are actually live right now on YouTube. Thank you for letting us know, Mr. Fretz. Well, I appreciate that. That is a big question. Well, do you consider Die Hard a Christmas movie?
Do you watch it at Christmas
Okay.
time? Then yes, of course.
For me, it's not my personal Christmas movie, but I observe it as a Christmas film. It's just not on
Yes,
my roster. Does that make sense?
that makes perfect sense. What type of
I know Bruce Willis does not consider a Christmas movie,
the
but what the fuck does
producers
he
of the
know?
movie are like it's a Christmas movie. So Bruce Willis has no bag here.
I mean, it has all the qualities of a Christmas movie. It literally takes place on
Yeah.
Christmas Eve.
It actually has more
Yeah.
Christmas songs than like popular Christmas movies.
Thanks for the machine gun. Ho, ho, ho. Yeah, of course it's a Christmas movie.
It's like
Of
one of
course
the
it
biggest
is.
debates, like every year, like is Die Hard a Christmas movie or not?
It's so
It
funny.
it is. It's not my Christmas
I got into
movie,
an
but it is
argument
a
with a former
Christmas movie.
coworker via email whether Die Hard was a Christmas movie or not. Best part about it was like a group email between like everybody in the department. So everybody in the department is just watching us
I love that.
argue with cited sources from the internet about whether or not Die Hard's a Christmas movie. Which I thought.
Give me a valid reason why it wouldn't be a Christmas movie. It fits all the
And it does.
criteria. If you don't watch it at Christmas, that's
You know, there's
fine.
multiple like articles dedicated to whether or not Die Hard's a Christmas movie.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
well,
Seriously?
people just need content, please.
No,
Are you kidding me?
this has been
Of
a
course.
debate for years.
It's been a long time coming. Like when I first heard it, I was just like, "No, it's not." But I watched it again. I'm like,
It's a
actually,
Christmas movie.
yeah, it is. It is a Christmas movie.
Since now that I'm here and I have time, I'm gonna watch Christmas movies that I haven't seen before. So I was told that it's a crime that I've never seen White Christmas with Bing Crosby.
Ah, you're not missing much.
Yeah, I haven't
So-
seen it either.
It's on Netflix, so I'm gonna check it out.
Jingle all the way, jingle all the way. That's the best Christmas movie. Jingle all the way.
I haven't seen that in years.
You're missing out. It still holds up. The Big Show's in it.
Shocker, he turns heel. I'm joking, he does not turn
I'm
heel.
gonna deck your halls, bub.
Oh man, okay, I'm watching on YouTube now. This is cool. I'm digging the setup that I finally put together. Oh, I will tell you, Kay, my Infinity Wall is almost done.
Oh my God! Send
I
me a
ordered the
picture when
last
you
four
have the
pieces. They
chance.
should be coming in. Hi, Kavita. They should be coming in.
Hi, Kavita.
I think before Christmas. I hope.
I mean, they were booing Rey Mysterio. Who boos Rey Mysterio?
So then, once that's done, my new thing now is gonna be I'm gonna smart home the apartment.
My
Ooh,
bedroom
that's-
is mostly smart.
nice.
I don't like overhead light. I have never liked it. So like we have overhead lighting in here and I don't use it. So I just have a bunch of lamps and they're all on a smart bulb.
Gotcha. Yeah. Now I want to do smart bulbs where I'm gonna have all like the Google Nest devices in like every room.
I don't know what it is, but like my smart bulbs like won't connect to my Wi-Fi.
Really?
Mine disconnects sometimes. What smart bulbs are you using?
I have no idea. I have to look at the box. I don't remember.
I
Like the smart bulbs, like the LED, so it's like that pale white. It's just like I don't like it. It doesn't illuminate my room that well. Like the
So
one I have in
mine-
front of
hold
me
on.
is like the French vanilla lighting.
what do you
It's
mean by French
It's
vanilla
like
lighting?
a little more yellowish,
So if
a little softer, like
Yeah.
that light.
hold on, I'm gonna do my brightest.
LEDs are just too much, man. It's like regular headlights versus LED headlights.
LED lights are a fucking lot.
I love it. I love it all.
I would put LEDs in the kitchen because like we do string lights like for the holidays, but
Yeah.
like I just like it looks so pretty in my kitchen.
See, if you're doing LED lights, every color looks good except for white.
I hate in general. I don't like white lights, but my roommate she hung up this really pretty garland all throughout our kitchen with white lights. It looks beautiful in there. And then we did on my apartment, like our house, we have a full, like it's like several stairs before you get to the porch. So we wrapped these really pretty clear lights around both banisters, hung them from across, and then we have like our front yard. So we have a candy cane village, and we made Rockefeller Center. It is. You saw it, Ricky.
Did I?
Yeah, you drove me home from
Oh,
AEW.
I wasn't paying attention to it, but yeah, okay. I know what the front of your house looks like. I just have to like actually pay attention to it again. Right.
Yes.
Am I the only one here out of the three of us that saw Spider-Man No Way Home so far?
Correct.
Okay.
Yep.
Yes.
I'm not going to tell you anything.
I'm working. Thank you. I have been working so hard to not have it spoiled for me, and like it's getting close, which is why, Ricky, I asked you for the
link,
fucking
yeah.
the link last night, because I'm not getting it. My quarantine, I don't think. So this is what I'm confused about quarantine. Maybe y'all can like enlighten me. So I noticed having symptoms on Wednesday, so like a week ago, or maybe Thursday, but my housemate tested positive on Monday.
Okay.
So does my cat quarantine start now that I know he's positive and that I have symptoms?
I honestly don't know.
I would just say go until you test negative. As soon as you test negative, then you're good to go.
I've been testing negative, but I've just been getting progressively sicker with every symptom.
Well, you might not have the coronavirus, and you could just have a cold.
Well, based on like what the doctor said.
You could have regular
symptoms. It could be regular sick.
Well, what the doctor said is like based on my symptoms and like time frame and like how much I was exposed, there's a very good it's probably a false negative.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Because I took the PCR on Monday and I only got it back today, so it's probably not accurate anymore.
Gotcha.
So like a bunch of my friends that my friends are like slowly but surely getting COVID. And what's been going on is they're testing negative, and then they get ambushed with the positive.
Well, are they doing rapid tests negative?
Both.
Oh.
So, and then it's I don't know how it is by you guys, but it is impossible to buy at-home tests.
Well, they're going to be delivered to you somehow. I don't know how.
I did LabRacord, but they only send you one, and it's like your insurance covers it. You don't have money down, so it's a PCR. So you administer the test yourself, and then you schedule a pickup from FedEx. They pick it right up, and then they email you when your results are done. Because I ordered it like at nighttime, so it didn't come until like a day or two ago.
Well, I just saw your picture of Mrs. Julia. Yeah.
Do you understand now?
No, I totally understand. That makes all the sense in the world.
Look at that titty.
Look at that titty, though.
Am I live on my own Facebook, too? I want to see this. I think I reconnected it. Nope, maybe not.
How to hit a bong on camera?
Do it. I'm smoking a bowl on camera.
I'm gonna say no.
Oh no.
Here.
We'll go smoke a bowl off camera then, or a bong off camera.
I think that's what he's doing right now.
Good for you.
Get out of here.
I am live on my own Facebook. No.
I had to do this an hour ago, but I forgot.
I have to pick it up when I get out, but at my local vape store, they have a bong, and it looks like a pumpkin, like a jack-o'-lantern.
Really?
I need it, yeah. Yeah, there's a vape store, like, it's like a couple-minute walk from my apartment.
That's true. So yeah, Kay, you just gotta give me your instant reaction when you're done with the movie.
Yes.
And oh, hey, what's going on, Wade?
I'm preparing to... Hi, Wade. I am preparing to not be well.
No, you won't be. I'll tell you right now.
Which
No
movie?
Way Home.
Spider-Man. So, something that's like not very well known about me. Spider-Man is my second
Who's
favorite
your first?
superhero.
I fucking love Spider-Man. He's my first.
Me too. I have always loved Spider-Man.
Who's your first, Kay?
I remember being Batman.
The most non-superhero of superheroes.
Uh-huh.
I was gonna say, can Batman really be considered a superhero?
He's a rich guy with weapons.
If we're just counting Batman as just a rich
training.
man, fine. My favorite superhero is Spider-Man, but Batman has been my number. They're both been very close for me, even
The
since
one
I'm very
thing that
little.
you will miss in the movie theater, Kay, is that there is a new trailer for the Batman.
What?
And there's a new trailer for Sonic 2, which I didn't see Sonic 1, but Sonic 2 looks amazing.
Really?
It has every other character that's important in Sonic in the movie.
Wow.
I actually want to watch Homecoming and what's the second one?
It's Far From Home.
Far From Home. I want to watch all three of them. But the other
I
two.
can give
Maybe
you-
I'll do a Spider-Man. Maybe I'll do an all-encompass Spider-Man marathon. Like I'll watch the Raimi ones. I'll watch the Andrew
Oh,
Garfield
okay,
ones.
Murphy. That's actually a really good idea. I think the Raimi ones are on Disney. No, are they on
Raimi
Disney?
ones are on
They are on
Hulu,
Disney.
The Raimi ones I think might be on Hulu.
Not
I
all
know
of them are on
one of
Disney. Not all the Raimi ones are on Disney.
Really?
Not all of them.
Because those were originally Marvel, correct? Or were they also Sony?
They're all Sony.
Okay, so
Sony.
neither of them are probably on Disney then.
Well, Marvel bought Sony.
That's
So it will eventually show up on Disney. But I know for a fact Spider-Man 1 is like on Hulu or Peacock or something.
They'll all show up on Disney. It just there's like a transition period that they have to abide by. I actually read a
contracts.
Yeah, I actually
I'm on Disney Plus right now. The only thing that's from Spider-Man is like the cartoons and the cartoons.
I was
Although,
obsessed
okay,
with
Murphy, if you want to watch a banger, watch a 1994 Spider-Man animated series.
That's how I
Oh,
got Spider-Man.
so good.
So good.
So good.
That's
So
how I know who
good.
Spider-Man is because I used to watch the cartoon. I used to watch that. I used to watch Batman the Animated Series. I used to watch Justice League.
Justice League is
And
great.
I was also very into the 1960s Batman, like a
Adam
lot.
West Batman.
You're goddamn right. I used to watch Adam West every day after school.
God, K. Murphy, you're an absolute hero. I just gotta say, that's incredible.
Why?
Because it's like you watched the 1960s Batman.
More than once.
What?
Like, yeah, like why?
And I used to own the movie
I know
too.
Adam West is Batman, but I've never actually seen his show.
I've seen every episode. I've seen every
Oh my
episode.
God, that's
I
why
just
you're a
remember. I finally saw a new movie for the first time in forever. I saw Being the Ricardos last night, which is the biopic of like Lucille Ball and Desi Arnaz,
okay.
and like.
Oh, I've heard. How is it? I've heard things about it.
Okay, so to preface this, I Love Lucy is my favorite show.
Okay.
That
you're biased. Love it.
Like, I think like I Love Lucy might have been like a special interest of mine as a child because like I've done multiple book reports on Lucille Ball. I had books. I would scour the internet as like a elementary school student, like trying to learn as much as I could about Lucy. So I have known my whole life that Lucille Ball was accused of being a communist. The movie is not historically accurate because it touches upon Lucy being accused of being a communist, Desi being accused of being unfaithful. They talk about pitching to CBS Lucy being pregnant because she was pregnant in real life. And those things did not happen at the same time. They just put it all in 1 week for the film. J.K. Simmons as Will Frawley is excellent. The actress that played Vivian Vance was also excellent. Javier Bardem was better than I thought he'd be, although I think he's a little too old looking.
Yeah, didn't Javier Bardem play Ricky?
Yeah.
That was just like, wait, what?
Javier Bardem played Desi Arnaz, and then Nicole Kidman was Lucille Ball, which...
That's a weird choice,
for
too.
Nicole Kidman. Yeah.
Okay, so I wanted it to be Deborah Messing from Will and Grace because she does a great Lucille Ball. And like Nicole Kidman, she got the voice right sometimes, but she didn't look like her.
I feel like Deborah Messing would have been good too.
Deborah Messing would have been amazing, but Aaron Sorkin was very vocal about the fact that he didn't want it to be people doing impersonations of the four of them. They wanted a true
acting is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, especially a biopic.
Yeah.
And they've done biopics on Lucy before, and like they're never quite accurate. This one, though, I will say this is the first time I've ever seen like an instance where like Lucy and Desi, like the word fuck is used a lot. They're fucking in like the first scene of the movie, like. So these are all things I've known about Lucille Ball for my whole life, but to see it with my own eyes literally like confirmed to me why I've loved Lucy my whole life.
Banging all the time?
She's banging on him. She's cursing on him. She was a bad bitch. Like, she ran Desilu. She bought Desi out when she and Desi got divorced. She had an iron grip on that show, and she's a fucking genius.
I've learned more
Truly
about Lucille Ball than I ever have in my life just from this one conversation.
Totally.
I could go on. I wanted to go to the Lucille Ball Museum in Jamesport because that's where she's from. My whole life, I
Wait,
love
Jamesport.
her. She's on my Christmas tree. Jamesport, New York, like upstate. Yeah, she's from upstate.
I did not know that.
Mm-hmm.
It makes sense though. So
she's from upstate. And then she's 5 or 6 years older than Desi. They met in the 40s on an RKO film. And they pretty much were just like instantly attracted to each other, just wanted to fucking bang. Like they had a very explosive, passionate relationship, but they also fought really aggressively.
Sounds about right.
Yeah.
Look at that titty, though.
Yeah. But there was a point where they were like pitching Lucy being pregnant on the show, and the execs, and by the way, half the cast of Arrested Development's in this movie. Fucking Maybe plays Madeline Pugh. Jess Oppenheimer is played by Buster, and then Plop from The Office is Bill Carroll. Like the 3 producers, they play them as the young, so it was just very strange for me. But I had to separate myself. But they're trying to tell them why they can't talk about Lucy being pregnant on the show. They're like, what would that mean? And Lucy goes, it means I fucked my husband. I'm just like, yes, bitch. Work. So I've had the correct instincts my whole life.
I guess so. Oh, Will, by the way, if you want a cam version of Spider-Man No Way Home, I got you.
Absolutely.
Okay, I'm just
Webkit.
I didn't ask for it either. The guy who got Mike and Kavita into the suites for AEW, as soon as I posted I was gone from No Way Home, was like, you want to watch it again? Here's a cam link for it. And I was like, oh okay.
I'm obsessed with you.
I was like, all right. So since Kay's in quarantine, but I will say, well, go see it. You will be impressed.
Oh, I'm gonna see it. I want it. Honestly, I want to see it.
You should.
Theaters.
I do too.
Because I love Spider-Man. I fucking love Spider-Man. I saw the first one in theaters. I never saw
You
the
never
second
saw Far
one.
From Home?
Mysterio. Yeah, Jake Gyllenhaal plays
Gyllenhaal
Mysterio. I was
man.
honestly, dude, like, cause playing the Spider-Man games, Mysterio is like one of my favorite villains.
It's a great Mysterio. He does.
But I was like, Jake Gyllenhaal. I was like,
You know,
okay.
he was supposed to be
All right.
Spider-Man.
Mm-hmm.
And before they found, he was the second behind Toby, actually.
So he looks too much like Toby.
He was second behind Toby. I was reading a lot about Spider-Man and how Spider-Man got to the MCU to begin with. So after the Amazing Spider-Man 2 and that epic fail, like critically, that it was, the producer for Sony knew Kevin Feige, and she was like, I kind of need help with Spider-Man. Like, I don't know what to do with the property. And Kevin Feige's like, I have an idea. Have him join the MCU. And she was like, fuck you, no. She apparently threw a sandwich at him when he pitched the idea initially.
That's incredible.
But then Feige was like, no, he needs to join the MCU. It'll revitalize the brand, and we won't make it about him being bitten by a spider. He was like, how about we just put Tony Stark into the movie and have Tony be the mentor to Spider-Man? And she's like, oh my god, that's brilliant. And that's what happened.
It really is brilliant, because you know what it was? It's like, Tobey Maguire was such a good Peter Parker.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
He was an okay Spider-Man, but as Peter Parker, fucking nailed it. Absolutely nailed it. So it's like, yeah, we don't fuck Peter Parker, dude. We already did that. Let's just make we're using Spider-Man to fight, like a fight scene Spider-Man.
I was in 5th grade when that Spider-Man came out with Tobey Maguire. I had a Spider-Man doll and a Green Goblin doll that I would play with my Barbies, because I had a Daphne from Scooby-Doo Barbie, so I used her as Mary Jane, because she was the only ginger Barbie I had.
It's already been revealed that William Dafoe is in the new Spider-Man.
Willem Dafoe.
Yeah, I know that.
Oh,
fucking as the Green Goblin, dude. Literally my favorite villain. He's one of my favorite villains.
His performance will blow you away. I cannot wait. It is. Oh my god. So.
Like Green Goblin is second to Doc Ock for me. Doc Ock is my favorite. I love Doc Ock. They just nailed it in Spider-Man 2. They fucking nailed it.
Oh man, yeah, so many good Spider-Man.
Hello.
When that happened in the movie, the whole theater just started clapping. They were like, "Yes!"
We saw it in the trailer, but fuck yeah!
That is a fuck yeah, indeed.
It's like that shot was only in there for the trailer. The reason that shot is in the movie was made for the trailer.
Yeah.
And it worked. I was sold.
But it is a brilliantly made movie. I will tell you that. There's a lot of cool stuff in this. And I'm going to go on a limb. This is actually, No Way Home is my favorite Spider-Man movie of all time.
I've heard it's the
everyone
best
saying
Marvel
that.
movie
It's
of all
not the
time.
best Marvel movie of all time. It gets close. It gets really close. I'm not ready to kick Endgame off of its pedestal, but it did
That's
have
fair.
the second biggest opening weekend. It beat Infinity War for opening
Wow.
weekend, which is nuts. And it made $37 million on Monday alone.
Wow, good for them,
Like that
honestly.
During a pandemic. Well, some theaters aren't even open. You know how many theaters went out of business last year?
Spider-Man still goes.
AMC was this close to going bankrupt.
They're like, just like, you know what? We'll give you the whole theater for $100. That's literally what their marketing plan was.
I'd do that. You
Oh
kidding
no,
me?
I'm still considering if there was any good movies coming out around my birthday, I'd be like, oh, I'll rent out the movie theater and we'll all watch a movie, like me and my close friends.
Yeah.
I wanted to do that. My friends in Georgia did that when Godzilla vs. Kong came
Oh,
out.
that's perfect.
Well, yeah, that's Mike's Godzilla's and Mike's boy.
That would have been dope to
And our
have
friend
a
Kevin loves King Kong,
to have
so they
a
went.
movie theater to yourself before Godzilla vs. Kong. Oh, fucking
Yeah.
amazing!
I like the other Godzilla movie
You
better.
didn't like Godzilla
The
vs.
2000s
Kong?
one?
No. Godzilla vs. Kong wasn't bad. I'm saying like the one where King Kong destroyed Godzilla destroyed Fenway Park.
Oh, King
That's
of
the
Monsters.
one I like better. King of Monsters. That was the best monster movie I've ever seen. King of Monsters.
It's so good.
Oh, Fenway.
The
Yeah.
1998 Godzilla is the first PG-13 movie I ever
I
saw
do
in the
like
theaters.
98 Godzilla. That does have a special place in my heart.
It's so bad, but
Oh,
it's
the Matthew
so good.
Broderick Godzilla. They go through
Yeah.
MSG. Guilty
Yes.
pleasure. Guilty pleasure.
I'm
all right, it's a guilty.
obsessed
The movie
with that
sucks. The movie's
But I'll watch it
terrible,
every day.
but I love it. If it's on TNT, it's
yeah.
on.
Yeah.
I'll watch it. I'll watch it. All right.
Yeah,
we should
for
probably
sure.
get going. It is time for our actual show. We are a couple minutes behind, but whatever. We started talking about movies and monsters. And 98 Godzilla did have a great soundtrack, too, by the way. I will give it that.
Yeah.
Fucking Diddy.
Yeah.
And everything. But we'll be right back. When we come back, we're going to start our show, and it's our final show of the year, so get your party hats ready, because we're going to talk about everything from professional wrestling in 2021. So we'll be back in give us 2 minutes.
Two.
Coming up this week on Kings of the Rings podcast, it is our final show of the year. So sit back, relax as we take a look back at the whole year of professional wrestling from 2021, as well as try to make some predictions for professional wrestling and sports entertainment in 2022. So we're not going to keep you waiting like a COVID line. It is Kings of the Rings podcast exclusively on Wrestle Addict Radio,
Rude.
episode 276, the best of 2021, and it starts right now.
Not gonna lie, dude. Those freestyles keep getting better and better.
They are.
I'm dreaming of a COVID Christmas. Yo, you're very welcome. You're very welcome. If I'm going to be miserable, everybody's going to be miserable too. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to episode number 276 of Kings of the Rings podcast. It's our final show of the year, so guess what? We're not going to be talking about anything that happened in wrestling last week. We're actually going to be talking about the entire year of 2021 for as long as we can remember it and try to predict a little bit of the future of 2022 in pro wrestling and sports entertainment. Of course, I am your host, King Ricky Rose, along with Willie T. Will Tarashuk and the K Murph. We've got a lot of the year to talk about, discuss, argue, debate, and we ask you guys that are watching us live to join us in the debate as we go through the best and worst from this year in professional wrestling and sports entertainment. So, Willie T., are you ready for this? Have you done your research?
Dude, I tried. I really tried remembering hard what the hell happened this year in wrestling, and we'll see how I do, man.
Yeah, we'll figure it out.
Kay Murphy, how much research did you do?
You had a lot of time in your hand, Kay.
Ricky put in the group chat. I answered every question.
Wait, did you?
I have an answer for every single one.
Oh, okay.
Oh boy, okay.
All right.
Very impressive.
And that's not
CM
having
Punk's
COVID.
public.
Yeah. It's going to be CM Punk, sprinkle a little Jeff Hardy.
Well, okay, out of the three of us, who do you think enjoyed wrestling the most this year?
Enjoyed wrestling the most?
Yeah, I think Kay Murphy might have enjoyed wrestling the most.
I think Kay takes the cake this year. Kay had their dreams come true.
On my birthday.
And then they're heartbroken all in the same moment, too. Kay knows the assignment. Kay did their homework. That's right, Kavita. Kay did their assignment and didn't know.
I understand the assignment.
Yeah, so it's gonna be a fun time tonight. It's gonna be an interesting time because we're literally just gonna go straight through all of this and take no commercial breaks. So no commercial breaks this week. We're gonna go straight through and then into the post show. We'll probably discuss things a little bit more. So like I said, this is the best and worst from this year in sports entertainment and pro wrestling, and my lord, it took me forever to make this damn logo, but it is the best of 2021. No Crown Jewel Awards this year. It's because we didn't really have time to actually have you guys vote, because we know all of our thousands and thousands of fans that vote on those awards every year. We're going to give you guys a break.
They're called the King Awards.
No, we're not, goddamn.
It's the 5th annual Kinger Awards. And the Kinger goes to?
Me.
Oh my god.
Huck her up and king her, Whoville.
My goodness. Oh, it's going to be a fun time. So yes, it's the best and the worst. So let's start off our little conversation with the biggest disappointment of the year. So we're going to start out on bad and we're going to get to good. So what is the biggest disappointment in the year? Kate, in the back, you had your hand raised first.
This was the first question I answered.
Really?
The biggest disappointment in wrestling this year is the internet wrestling community.
Ooh, coming in hot. Coming in hot.
I thought my take was hot.
No. All right, let me go off. So, in this course, I'm going to sit up for this. Okay. In the course of 2 weeks, y'all attack Jeff Hardy and are now... I saw on the fucking Doomsday Facebook group today
I was not going to bring that up.
Oh, I am. A source close to Jeff Hardy claims he pretended to be drunk. Yeah, okay.
They're still talking about this. The internet's still talking about this.
Yes.
Bro, grow the fuck up.
That situation is what locked them in for my disappointment of the year, because Jeff Hardy is 44 years old, and I feel that he would have enough clout in WWE where if he wanted to get out of his contract, they would probably just let him go. There was no conspiracy theory of him pretending to be fucked up. And the cherry on top of this is you didn't have enough going on Jeff Hardy. You bullied Ty Conti off Twitter because Sammy Guevara and Pam are no longer engaged.
Wait, who's Pam?
They broke up 2 months ago. It's not your...
He proposed, so Sammy Guevara proposed to his girlfriend on Dynamite like a few months ago. I guess very shortly after, apparently they broke up.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I saw Sammy posting on Instagram. It's like, you know, private. Like we broke up. I want my privacy. I just went, oh, that sucks, and kept scrolling.
So what does Taynara Conti have to do with this?
So Ty Conti allegedly has separated from her husband around the same time that Sammy separated from Pam.
Oh.
And the internet wrestling community believes that Ty Conti and Sammy are fucking, which they're not.
I mean, could you imagine that
record.
baby if they were?
I mean, hey, at this rate, I'm kind of rooting for you. That kid's gonna be great in the ring. You know, and if they are fucking, I don't.
No,
care. I don't care. It's their personal lives. They can do whatever they want. Like, you know, if Sammy cheated on his wife, I don't fucking care. He's great in the ring. He's a great promo.
And he did a cameo for us.
He did do a cameo. And then,
yeah, he did a good
cameo. He did a very good
cameo.
cameo. And then we kind of didn't talk about him during the Speaking Out movement. And then he made a redemption, kind of.
Yeah. I mean, for fuck's sake, for this particular thing, leave Sammy alone.
Yeah, leave him alone.
Like Sammy's gotten a lot of heat he deserves, but he also deserves the success he currently has.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because you know what, he made a change in his life, from what we can see.
Yeah, which is more than I can say about most of y'all motherfuckers on Twitter.
And he served his time, and I'm a big proponent of if you serve your time, we can move on.
It's like, right, if you're mad about Sammy Guevara or Jeff Hardy, for fuck's sake, at least pretend you're mad at Louis, all right? To spice it up a little bit, all right? Because Louis' back too, thank God.
Yeah. So, anything else, Kay, for your biggest disappointment of the year?
Besides how the internet wrestling community is racist, sexist, misogynistic, homophobic, transphobic, and just fucking dumb, I'm good.
You know, I don't have anything to even top that, but Will, you can give it a try first.
The releases, all the releases. That's my biggest disappointment is all the releases. It just sucked the winds out of me watching WWE. It's just like I had completely lost faith in NXT. The biggest disappointment is just all those releases, all those people I wanted to see succeed. You know, Karrion Kross got released, so that was pretty cool. But everyone else, right? Even like Braun Strowman was just like one after another.
Nia Jax was a weird one.
Yeah, like the hits just kept
Keith
on coming.
Lee.
It was just non-stop.
No.
Like, for fuck's sake, if you just released 100 people in January, I would have forgotten about it by April. But no, you started in April, and every 6 weeks it's just like, fuck me.
I was literally getting my first COVID vaccine with the day Samoa Joe and the Iconics got released. I literally got out of the chair and went on Twitter, and it just got announced. I'm like, welp. The vaccine is not the most painful thing to happen to me
Tyler
today.
Breeze getting the axe. The Iconics. Mickey James was a big one because of
Drake Maverick
twice. That's right. Killian Dane, Swerve, and all of Hit Row is a huge disappointment. Bray Wyatt, yes.
Bray Wyatt.
You know, so a bunch of over 80, 100 people released?
I think we're about at 100 now. I don't think we've exceeded 100, but I think we are very
It's close to 100, if that.
It's like, look, business, do what you do. Like, I understand the releases from a business end, so it's like, but it's just like from a fan perspective and just watching
hurts.
the product. It even sucked the wind out of AEW, too. It's just like, yeah, Aleister Black, great, is an AEW, but even still, it's just like, yeah, I like the AEW. Like, I'm glad you're doing better, and the AEW is great, but it's almost like it's not the same. But it's, the releases, it's really just it was a big test my fandom.
Yeah,
of wrestling.
it was.
Oh, I understand. I feel that.
Yeah, like wrestling
That's why
no longer became appointment TV. If I missed 2 SmackDowns, it's like, whatever.
honestly, that was the biggest change I've made in 2021, and like I made a lot of like changes this year, but the way I prioritize wrestling, it's not a priority anymore. Like I used to stay home Monday nights, I would stay home Friday nights, I would stay home Wednesdays and Saturdays and like make sure I did not miss a moment of wrestling. And it got to the point where as my life got busier and the worse specifically Raw got, it was not worth it for me mentally to watch anymore. So I catch the highlights. I watch Cultaholic every morning. I listen to all our shows in Wrestle Addict Radio, and I care about AEW, and that's really it right now. I'm hoping that changes in 2022, but I also want to like explore like GWC and like NJPW more again next year, because I'm not loving WWE right now, and I never thought that like I would break up with WWE.
Oh, you're not breaking up.
Like
You're
Jeff Hardy and
separated right
NXT
now.
were the two things keeping me.
You're separated. You'll be back.
We're on a
The
break.
WWE is sleeping
We're on a
on my
break.
couch.
I
We're
still
on a
watch
break.
SmackDown. I usually don't miss SmackDowns. I actually like the past few weeks I've been trying to watch Raw, and like it's not actually better. Raw's better. Raw's actually better.
They found the groove at Raw
But
a little bit.
It's since the draft.
It's just not SmackDown.
I just don't care.
SmackDown's also pretty enjoyable. I like to catch SmackDowns. I find myself fast forwarding through things like some of the matches. I'm just like, skip.
If I remember to watch SmackDown, I do watch it, but I just don't like. It is not must-see TV for me anymore.
Gotcha. Well, I can't top any of those things as big. My biggest disappointment was going to be one of my biggest shocks of the year, but then she came and did absolutely nothing but scream her name at ringside every match. Yes, my biggest disappointment is Eva Marie. We lauded that she was going to come back, and I was happy to troll the IWC about how great she was going to be. And I was like, all right, I was going to have hope. Hopefully she learned something. Hopefully she can do like a suplex or two or a headlock. And she barely touched the ring at all. We read,
Oh my God, we did. Debbie was essentially just like, okay, Marks, you really want Eva Marie that bad?
Here you go.
Here, this is what you get. Now fuck off and don't bring it up again.
So do you remember 3 years ago when Vince and Trips and Steph and Shane told us that we were going to get what we wanted?
We didn't.
I'm still waiting.
And you shouldn't
Give
get what
me
you want.
What I want.
You should not get what you want. The IWC does not deserve to have a say.
No, the IWC don't
anything.
deserve shit, but I do.
I don't know. Okay,
No,
in
it's
your
not,
in your
dude.
fed, CM Punk and Jeff Hardy be fighting for the world title every week.
That's not true. You'll be surprised when I go through my list of my matches and superstars and things. You'll be surprised.
This is
Not
why.
just
This is
you.
why, Kay, you should get WWE 2K22 whenever it comes out. Whenever WWE decides to stop cutting people from the roster, and we'll do a GM mode, and we'll just create wrestlers, and we'll put our shows up against each other.
That would be fun.
How many people do you think? How many people out there watch wrestling because they just because they hate it? They only watch wrestling. They hate watch wrestling.
20%.
So they have something to
Me
bitch
for a
about
little bit.
online.
20%.
Like people watch wrestling
To hate
bitch
it.
on Twitter. Just to have something to bitch about.
Yeah,
on
I would say
Twitter.
I'd be a solid 20%. Yeah, I'd say 1/5 of them.
That's
Yeah.
crazy. That sounds about
Yeah.
right to me.
But I hate watching a different way. Like, my hate watching is applauding Great Balls of Fire as the greatest pay-per-view of our generation. Like,
I appreciate the stupidity of wrestling sometimes.
you know what I mean? I love stupid wrestling.
Do you remember when we did the zombie lumberjack match?
That I
my
did
God.
not appreciate that stupidity at all.
That was
That
this
was
year.
just
That
like
was this year.
I know it was. That was just a blatant cash grab, which, hey, I get. Like the stupid fucking egg at Survivor Series, all right? It's like,
Oh my God.
it's stupid.
God,
I
the egg
hate it.
already.
But hey, if I had that, if I were in that business, they threw $10 million at me.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm doing it. I don't give a fuck. You don't like it? You're not supposed to like it. It's called a fucking
Yeah.
ad.
All right, let's move on to some more positive things. And first off, we have Breakout Performer of the Year. And I'll go first. We'll do a little bit of a reverse order for this. There was a couple people I looked at a Breakout Performer of the Year. I thought Bobby Lashley had a good breakout year, especially after he beat Drew at Mania. I was like, oh, he hit a stride. and it was really
Yeah.
fucking good. Over on Impact, Deonna Purrazzo is probably the best female wrestler that we're not talking about.
Merry Christmas,
What?
bitch! He's here. Sorry
What?
to cut you off. Kyle O'Reilly's
oh.
here.
Was he in a box?
No, I don't know if there was a box, but I looked.
Okay. I was gonna say,
Sorry. I'm very
was there a
excited.
chainsaw involved with Kyle? No chainsaw? Okay. Anyway, I thought Deonna Purrazzo had a good year. I think she's the best female wrestler that no one's really talking about, especially because she's only seen Impact, but she revitalized her career after getting released by WWE, and that was like last year. However, there is one person from WWE who broke out of his tag team shell and stopped becoming a tag team performer and became a main event week after week after week on SmackDown. And I'm talking about
King
main event Jey Uso.
Main event. Uso.
Yes. Jey Uso. I mean, I would have done King Woods, but we haven't had enough time with him just yet.
No, Jey Uso. That all happened in 2021. That was
No,
last
it all
year.
happened in 2021. Jey Uso came into his own as a main eventer. I mean, I was hesitant, but he put on performance after performance after performance, and it kept going. And it's helpful to have somebody like Roman at your side. But if you look at SmackDown and the way that SmackDown has performed, it's because they've given some of these lesser talents time to kind of shine in big highlight matches. And Jey Uso, I think, was one of them. And so I'm giving Jey Uso my breakout performer of the year.
That's a great argument. The problem with Jey Uso
That
is
Jimmy came back.
one, and he's very underrated. Like, don't get me wrong, the Usos have great matches as a tag team, but he like kind of opened your eyes as a single. It's like, oh, this guy can actually
He can go, yeah.
go. It's just like it was just a different style to the tag team wrestling that they do together. It was very different, and I think that's a great pick. Unfortunately, I think he's underrated. He doesn't get the respect he deserves, honestly, from the IWC or really book anyone else.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
So, Will, who you got?
I don't know. I'm stuck between Sammy and
Sammy Guevara?
Darby. Yeah, Sammy Guevara and Darby.
Ooh.
They both had really good runs with the TNT belt, or it's currently having a good run at the belt. They're both consistently on TV, which is kind of hard to do in that company. Darby and MJF, like Darby puts everyone fucking over.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Sammy's had great moments and great matches, and they're both younger than me.
Oh, I think we're making it. We're getting spammed by Twitch people. This is great.
Woo!
I'm gonna go with Darby.
Okay.
I think Darby's close to the main event, and he's done a good job of overshadowing Sting.
Yes.
Yeah, it was skeptical for a while where he would get out of Sting's shadow.
And he has, successfully. AEW's done a very good job with Sting. He wrestles every now and then. Sting is with him all the time. When he's with him, it matters.
Yeah.
And fucking Sting could be a rebounder of the year. His match has been great, too. Me and Kay saw Grandpa Sting wrestle at Arthur Ashe, and he still got it, dude.
You go.
Still got it. As long as he's not facing Seth Rollins.
Yeah.
Pretty much.
Let's not.
K-Mar, who do you have?
I picked Bianca Belair.
Okay.
Like,
Yeah.
No, that's a great pick.
between Mania, I think, didn't they win an SB, or wasn't she
They
nominated
won an
for an
SB.
SB? Or
Her and
Her and
Sasha
Sasha
won.
did win.
Yeah.
so they won the SB. First Black women to compete for the title in the main event of WrestleMania. Like, that's a huge.
Or to
fucking
main event
deal.
the main event in
Plus-
general.
Yeah, and on top of that, Bianca's already had like crossover success. Like, I see she's posting fucking like Megan Thee Stallion. I'm seeing Bianca Belair on like sides of Twitter that aren't wrestling.
Yeah.
And she's gonna be such a crossover success, and I'm very excited to see what she does.
Is she? Yeah, I was just thinking I could see her in movies.
Absolutely. I think Sasha's going to get there first, and then Bianca will be right after her.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, but Bianca's gonna be so much better than Sasha. Like I was like that kind of Mandalorian type. Like when you literally need like a female expendable.
Mhm.
That's what I think Bianca will be really good at. She'll be a great action star.
Yes,
I
fantastic.
think she's going to be a great action star because her acting's probably not going to be that great, but it doesn't have to be. She just needs to say a few words in a gruff manner and then kick ass.
Pretty much like Arnold Schwarzenegger type. There you go. All right, let's.
We should get an all-female Expendables starring Bianca Belair.
That would be an interesting. All right, so let's move on. Tag team of the year. What tag team you think had the best year in all of pro wrestling? Will, I'm gonna give this to you.
Young Bucks, easy. Young Bucks is hands down, dude. Their matches are the best matches of the past 2 years. Every single time, like they haven't had a bad match all year.
Okay, Murphy, do you agree?
I also put the Young Bucks because everything Will said is correct. I was annoyed at the Bucks for a lot of this year, but it's because their gimmick was working. But their wrestling is unmatched. They're so fucking good.
The Bucks. I'm still not on the Bucks train, maybe because it annoys me. But I just have a thing against, not a thing against the Bucks. I just have a thing with the Bucks. But that's just me. I probably need to get over it. For me, I'm actually gonna go with a team that opened my eyes recently, and that's Martel Barthel and the worst tipper in all of the world, Fabian Eichner, in Imperium. Those guys are just clean, brilliant wrestlers. But probably don't get enough shine because they are still in NXT floating around. But I just think I would love to see Imperium versus the Young Bucks at some point. That'd be dope. Those guys just know how to tag team wrestle each other, and there's something about the way they go about their business that screams old school, but still has like new school flair in them. Just don't go to a bar with them because Fabian Eichner does not tip anybody well.
That's because he's Italian. Right?
He's Italian. Yes.
Italians don't. Like, this Europeans don't tip. It's not in their culture. Like, yeah, he's an asshole, but it's almost not.
Yeah, don't they like not tip over there at all?
Europe doesn't tip. There's like we're just gonna I guess pay them more.
Yeah, that's what it is. They pay them more. That's what it is. There it is. All right, so moving on from tag team of the year, we're going to female superstar of the year. What female in all of pro wrestling had the best year? Kay Murphy.
So I have two responses to this. So my WWE pick is Bianca Belair, and my AEW pick
I'm
is
gonna
Brit
have
Baker.
you choose one.
It's very hard. I'll pick Brit just because I picked Bianca already, even though I did write Bianca in my notes. But for the sake of not repeating a lot, we'll do Brit. Her match with that lights out match she had is the best match of her career.
Was it her and Thunder Rosa? Fantastic match.
That's the best women's. That's like one of the best women's matches of the year. She is fucking killing it, and like I've never been totally sold on the Brit Baker train, but like she's it. And what I find really fascinating about her is I cannot tell who will take the title off
because there is nobody.
And for me, that's
nobody. If Brit Baker holds that belt for 4 years,
I wouldn't be surprised.
That's okay. Let the division build. Like, I'm also gonna go with Brit Baker. It's K to build off your point here. She has single-handedly carried that division on her back by herself. 100% by herself. Now, Thunder Rose is good. Like, there's some good talent in there. I'll even throw Nyla Rose in there. Like, people who could, but like I just don't think that belt's believable in anyone else other than Britt Baker. She is a star. Like, she's as big a star as like Jungle Boy or MJF at this point.
She is the fifth pillar.
Yeah, she is a pillar. I mean, for at the women's division, she's the pillar, the foundation, and the walls.
She's the whole fucking house, to be honest with you.
Yeah, right. She's the whole house. Like you got like a Ty Conti and like a Chris Statlander digging their way through the basement.
Seriously.
Trying to break their way in, but give them a few years, and once you hit the first floor, they'll be good. They'll be fine. Yes, Britt Baker needs to hold that belt for a long ass time because she is the best.
That is my thing with Britt Baker, is that you're only as good as the people you go up against. And that's kind of a knock on her, but that's also something that's not her fault. But she has been able to brand herself in a way that no other female wrestler in AEW has been able to do. And I think it's because her character is actually her. You know, the best characters are you turned up to 10. And then some. And the fact that she's actually is a fucking dentist worked out in her favor, where you can't really... Chris Statler can't be like, I'm really an alien, because you're not an alien. And it doesn't work. It doesn't work on TV. But for me, my female superstar of the year is not Brit Baker DMD. It's hard for me to pick against Bianca Belair. But
Why do I feel like I know who you're picking?
I know who you're picking. I have the button
Who?
ready.
Yep.
No, I don't have a button for it.
Who am I
have
picking,
my
then?
reaction with the button. Who are you picking?
Say it.
It's not going to be Sasha Banks, no.
Really?
No, it's not. I'm going to give it to
regardless.
Deonna Purrazzo. I think she's the female performer that no one else is talking about, and she is having great matches, and arguably probably the best women's division in all of pro wrestling, the Knockouts division over in Impact. Her, Jordan Grace, now with the advent of Mickie James, they are killing it over there in Impact, and Deonna Purrazzo has been a shining star in her post WWE run as a Knockout champion. She was doing some great stuff. So I'm going to give it to Deonna Purrazzo. No one's giving it to Charlotte, Mr. Freds.
Hooray.
So yeah, give it to Deonna Purrazzo. It's also a really nice person. I met her when she was under her WWE banner for a little bit.
Oh, I did
Yeah.
too.
I did a show with her.
Yeah,
She is
she's
great.
great. She was great. It's just a shame no one watches Impact.
I know
Yeah.
she's been doing some good stuff, and she can go. She can really go. I watched the match I think last year between her and Jordan Grace, and I was like, holy fuck, this could have main evented anywhere in America. They were that good. So let's move on from female superstar to male superstar of the year. I feel like this one will be pretty streamlined, but we'll see how it goes. I'll go first with this one. I think this is easy. It's Roman Reigns. It is.
Yeah.
It's absolute Roman Reigns.
No question.
I didn't put
Of course you
Roman.
didn't. You put CM Punk. Go
That's
ahead.
fine.
No,
Really?
I didn't. No, I didn't. Do you want to know who I put?
Randy Orton.
No. I put Bryan Danielson.
Wow.
See? I told you not everything's about Punk and Jeff Hardy. Bryan Danielson in 1 year main evented Mania, and then open Grand Slam with Kenny Omega, who is the other greatest wrestler in the world right now. Like, he's on the
And then he
television
went an
right
hour
now.
with Hangman.
Mm-hmm.
And an hour with Hangman, which was on my short list for match of the year. But like, Bryan Danielson has had so much growth and development in the last 5
Isn't
months.
growth or it's just him doing what he
Just
wants to do?
Yeah.
That's not growth.
Sure it is.
It's freedom. It's not
From
growth.
being at WWE for so long, like,
He's a better wrestler too. His
Yeah.
in-ring, he took that WWE stink off him immediately. That's growth.
I don't think he took
Yeah.
his thing. I think he just decided he worked
he
heel.
wrestles differently than he did in
Yeah, because he
WWE.
wrestled heel. Then you're seeing heel Daniel, and we saw heel Daniel when he went up against Matthew
No,
with Kofi.
He's a heel. He's a heel
Yeah,
now.
he also was heel against Kofi.
But no, he still wrestled differently.
Mm.
This is more, I can very much get the vibe from Bryan Danielson that he knows this is like the last couple of years he can really fucking go. So he's just giving it everything he has. He can't do that in WWE.
Yeah, for legal purposes, we don't want him breaking his neck.
I don't think he'll break his neck.
So,
I think he's allowed to take his own risks.
well, that's why he left, and no her.
Yeah, exactly. That's why
he
I left. And that's a great pick. I saw a meme the other day. It was like Bryan Danielson wrestled 34 matches in WWE against 4 opponents. So far in AEW, Bryan Danielson has wrestled 17 different matches against 16 different
I
opponents.
also saw
Wow.
a meme / a tweet was saying that Bryan Danielson went up against Kenny Omega to a tie for a half hour, went up against Hangman Adam Page for an hour, went to a tie. Sheamus beat Daniel Bryan in 18 seconds at WrestleMania.
I saw that.
That's
So
pretty
give
funny.
give
That's
Sheamus
pretty
his
funny.
flowers, damn it. He's the only guy that can beat Daniel Bryan.
He does deserve
Yeah, but my male
flowers.
superstar, and I think Will's male superstar, also is Roman Reigns because the wrestling world revolves around Roman Reigns.
Does everything he does
Yeah.
is good.
There's a reason he has a shirt now that says Needle Mover.
Like, yeah, he does
Yeah.
move the needle. Like, if he takes a shit and has that look on his face, it's good.
Yeah.
Like, not even like a smile, it's just that snarky smirk that he gives.
Yeah, that acknowledge me. Like, he flushes, go, acknowledge me! You're not going to acknowledge me! Fuck you.
Yes. All right, so
No, it's definitely
Yeah.
Roman. Close second for me is Kenny Omega. He also had an outstanding year collecting the belt collector, carrying I guess 3 companies, while doing it all injured.
yeah, and
Yeah.
he'll be
He had
back
great
for
matches with
he'll be back in a
everybody.
little bit. Kenny Omega.
Yeah, I gotta throw that triple threat match together with him and Hangman and
Yeah.
Bryan. God, damn,
All
let's
right,
do it.
So next what we have right now is best show of the year. Now, when I mean show, I mean like television show, because we do have another category that is best pay-per-view of the year. So I want to make that differentiation. So best show of the year, something that you would probably watch on a weekly basis.
It's Dynamite.
I put Grand Slam specifically since I didn't know if you were looking for.
That would be
Like
under
the
the
specials, you know, like
Dynamite
how-
brand, I would say.
Okay, so Dynamite, duh.
Yeah.
I'm also gonna go Dynamite, especially for if you're gonna include things like Grand Slam, including TV pay-per-view specials. Yeah, it's Dynamite.
Which is so hard. It's so weird to say TV pay-per-view special. Like when you actually like break it down,
Yeah.
I'm like, all right.
It's a special event.
There
on
you
TV.
go. There you go. A special broadcast, maybe. I don't know. I'm gonna say.
Like winter is coming. Like those whole like those themed shows they have. It's not like Raw Roulette
No.
or like old school Raw where we just wear old clothes.
Hey, Jake the
Ooh.
Snake came
yeah.
back to the one time and put Damien on Dean Ambrose.
Yeah, but they did that this year, and it was just like the most pathetic
Was
thing
it?
ever.
Did we do an old school Raw this year? I don't remember it.
Yeah, it was SmackDown. It was old
Oh.
school SmackDown.
For me,
I don't
For
even
me, my
remember
best
that.
show is SmackDown. SmackDown for me has been can't miss, especially since Roman Reigns just takes over the show. And I think that SmackDown has been the most consistent show of the year for me, from what I've seen. Raw's up and down. NXT, NXT did a giant reset this year. And as consistent as AEW has been, I think SmackDown has just been a little bit more consistent. And I think it's the factors Roman Reigns was must see. Roman Reigns and Paul, and now you add Brock to the mix. Holy fuck!
Oh,
Yeah, fun Brock. Oh my god.
like school kid Brock.
Yeah,
This is just Brock Lesnar in middle school.
yeah. So for me, it's SmackDown. So let's move on to pay-per-view of the year. So what was the best actual pay-per-view or network special of the year? Like I said, we're not including with Dynamite stuff or anything like that. We're talking for AEW, it's obviously like Double or Nothing, All Out, and the other two, Full Gear, and I forgot what the fourth one is.
Full Gear was a
Revolution.
great show this year. I really liked Full Gear. It's the only pay-per-view I can actually remember.
My pick was All Out.
So,
It was everything.
What was on? I don't really remember All Out either.
Darby and Punk.
Punk's return, obviously.
That's why I
Yeah.
was in Chicago.
I think Eddie was on it. Let me get that full card. I remember loving it.
Yeah, for me, actually, I'm going to go to the beginning. I think when I think of like pay-per-views, I want to think of like things that were just fun all around and didn't outstay its welcome. For me, I liked the Rumble this past year.
The Rumble
The
was
Rumbles
fun.
Yeah, Edge winning the Rumble. It was
a very good Rumble. I think the Rumble was fun, had great spots. We had the goodbye of Christian before he went to AEW. We had Carlito came back, which I still don't know how he's unsigned. Like that man, he's huge. Is in shape. And then the amazing finish between Bianca and Rhea at Rumble.
Yes, that was also.
I'm an asshole.
Yeah.
I forgot about so many matches on fucking All
What
Out.
else happened on All Out?
Miro and Eddie.
That was a great match.
Kojima and Moxley. Britain and Chris Stat. Lucha Bros. And the Young
Lucha
Bucks.
Bros underrated tag team. I love me
Ruby-
some Lucha Bros.
Me too. Ruby won the Battle Royal. Chris Jericho and MJF. Punk. And then the best match of the whole night, Paul White and QT Marshall.
Oh my
And the-
god, that was badass!
And the main was Kenny and Christian.
That's right. The main event was Kenny
Yeah.
and Christian. I forgot.
Yeah, I had a
about
party
that.
for that pay-per-view. That was it.
Oh my god. So pay-per-view of the year. So I had a Rumble. What was yours, Will? I don't know if we said yours yet.
I'm
You
gonna
go
go with full gear.
When Hangman. Yep, Hangman's
Yes.
crowning moment.
Hangman won the belt. Yeah.
Hangman's crowning moment. Alright. Let's move on to some heavy hitters now. The moment of the year. What is the biggest moment that you think happened in pro wrestling / sports entertainment this year? Kay, just say it.
CM Punk returned on my motherfucking 30th birthday. That was the greatest thing that has ever happened in the history of wrestling to me, and it cannot be topped.
You know,
That
we kept shitting on you for years. I will give you that.
did.
Yeah, that was a lot of fun. Kind of
Yeah.
Because I was correct.
Yeah, I get to acknowledge
Yeah.
you're correct.
We acknowledge that you got it right.
Like, everyone has been shitting on me and saying that like I'm a tinfoil conspiracy theorist
You're the
for
boy.
years.
You're the boy who cried wolf
But-
for a while.
I waited for the Great Pumpkin, and I got the fucking Great
Yeah,
Pumpkin.
I guess you keep
Like,
watering that. You keep
Him
watering
coming
that
back on
seed.
my
It's gonna come
birthday was
out.
my reward.
Yeah, no, that was
It
wild.
was great. It's the best thing. It's the best
That was
thing.
wild. My moment of the year has to be moment of the year has to be just that moment in the ring between Sasha and Bianca before they actually locked
Oh, when they
hands.
cried.
Well, not even that they cried. Is that the crowd was just acknowledging the moment. They kind of just soaked in the moment, and that's something you can't really replicate. It was everybody in that place knew the magnitude of what was about to happen, and even if you have that moment, you still have to deliver. And what makes that moment better is that they actually delivered an unbelievable match. Oh, speak of a devil, Slack's here to ruin everything.
Hi, Slack.
Mr. Fretz makes a good point. Fans returning was a huge moment in time as well, especially with the first comeback being WrestleMania for WWE at least.
In the rain.
In the rain, yeah. So, but for me, it was that Sasha and Bianca kind of stare down, which was similar to a Rock Hogan, but not as similar but different in the same thing, but still a great moment. K. Murphy. Oh, we had to say your
My greatest moment of the year.
Yeah,
Yeah, I
they
totally
said CM
forgot.
Punk.
Will.
I'm gonna go CM Punk as well. Yeah, that was the moment of the year because I watched. That's the only segment I actually watched like 2 or 3 times.
Oh yeah.
Just for that pop.
That pop.
And that reaction.
I'm still emotional 4 months later. I'm still tearing up to it.
It's already been 4 months.
Yeah,
Yeah, it was
Yeah.
my birthday, and now
That's-
it's December.
has to be that pop.
That pop. All right, let's move on.
That pop, though.
2. I think this is the end all be all. This is match of the year, folks. What is the best match? Oh, it isn't the end all be all. What is the best match of the year that was had? Slack says your shirt looks great, Kay.
Thank you for the shirt,
Slack
Slack.
doesn't buy me shit. It's fucked up, Slack. In here. K. Murphy, you had your hand in the air. What is your match of the year?
Well, were we doing match of the year?
No, we
We're
are
not
doing
it
match of the year.
anymore? My match of the year was Lucha Bros versus the Young Bucks at All Out, and that's steel cage match.
That match.
That's
was-
one of the best tag team matches I've ever seen in my life.
It's one of the best cage matches I've ever seen in my life.
And that is the best cage match I've
And
ever
I
seen. in my
hate
life.
cage matches.
Mr. Fretz is saying Walter versus Ilya Dragunov. The second one at
That
TakeOver.
was my number 2. That was my number 2 for match of the year was Walter and Ilya.
Slack, I am nice and supportive. I put you on the map. We shout you out every show, Slack.
My favorite match. I mean, the easy one is Brian and Kenny. That match, and I was there, so I have bias.
That was so cool.
That match, and I loved the draw. I loved the draw.
I hate the draw. That's just me.
I love the time limit draw because it's just when it's done right, it's done right.
Mm-hmm.
It was alright, but I don't think you can keep going back to the well. But
No, you got to pull it out of your pocket when you need a
Yeah.
wild card. You don't. That's like don't. It's they're doing that, and WWE would just do a DQ every single time. Time limit draw is way better than a DQ.
DQs are a lot shorter. But if it's done well to get to a draw, then it's fine.
Yeah, the time
I'm
limit
just
draw
so sick of
is the
them.
right kind of anger. A DQ is the wrong
Depending
kind
on
of anger.
depending on how the DQ happens.
Yeah, but most of them are ass.
So match,
And this was on TV.
yes,
TV match. That goes an extra way.
that does. I would never want them to do a time limit draw on a pay per view. I feel like pay per views need to be definitive.
Never,
TV is fine.
Yeah, it's a great thing to do for TV.
Yeah.
And it kicks off. I love that it kicked off the show too. First match, so we were all there to see. They just gave it to us right off the bat. I like
AEW has a pattern of they start hot.
They put their
Yeah.
main events on first. I fucking love it. It's so much better. It's so much
I did
better.
not expect it to be first. It was so great. I'm so glad we were there.
Thank God we weren't late.
Yeah, I know.
We went to the Giants game this past week and showed up at the end of the second, halfway through the second quarter.
Why were you so late?
You were late.
My God, Jesus.
We had club seats too. Yeah, I wanted to be on time. I was pretty pissed.
Annoying.
But they were free and it was.
You said you saw Club.
Good. It was a good game. Club.
Yeah.
Club
How's the food
Good for
inside?
you.
Yeah.
Warm.
Right.
It was so warm. Food was good.
My match of the
Empanadas.
year is obviously Bianca versus Becky at SummerSlam. I'm so joking. That almost was my disappointment of the year. No, my match of the year. I'm actually going back and forth between Night 1's main event of WrestleMania and Night 2's main event, which was the better one. But I'm still. This is an emotional pull for me. But I'm still gonna go Night 1 of Sasha and Bianca. I think it was the perfect time to make a star in WWE. Hit every note on that journey to make that match what it was. To the point where it was so big, it won a freaking ESPY.
Yeah.
And there's no other match in all of pro wrestling and sports entertainment that can say it won an award from a company that doesn't even follow WWE like that.
Yeah,
what
true.
What award did
Yes,
they
please.
win? Didn't they win a WWE Moment Award?
I don't know if it was WWE Moment or Best Wrestling. I have to double check or have Freckles on it.
Yeah, Freckles, check the actual SB they won, what category of SB they won.
So I know they won something. It was Best WWE Moment, but even then, ESPN still doesn't follow like they did when they first got the partnership with them when Coach was around.
Yeah.
So I thought that was pretty. Excuse me.
They won the ESPY for Best WWE.
It was
moment.
Best WWE Moment. Okay.
Mhm.
And that wasn't? I didn't even watch the ESPYs this year. Well, I rarely watch the ESPYs, to be honest with you.
I've never seen them.
If you really enjoy sports, the ESPYs are entertaining. But it's like me watching the Oscars, but I don't watch all the movies or I'm into movies like that.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna watch the Oscars. Well, my match of the year is Sasha and Bianca. And that's also a match that's probably gonna stand the test of time and it's gonna be in lore forever and ever and ever. There we go. Moving on to probably to what is the final one. Overall superstar of the year. This could be male, female. This could be a giant fucking dinosaur for all I care. Who is
Luchasaurus.
Luchasaurus?
Luchasaurus, yeah. There you go. That's it. That's him.
what superstar had the best year hands down? K. Murphy.
Roman.
Roman.
Universal Roman Reigns.
Roman
Yep.
Reigns. Roman. Oh, I have one. Best soundbite of the year.
It was Meat Slapping Majesty.
It is Meat Slapping Majesty. Although I do like the right to censor, but it's Meat Slapping Majesty.
It is meat slapping.
Yeah.
It was Meat Slapping Majesty.
Although
Also a good one.
we've had a lot of great ones.
To the Moon is underrated.
It has its moments.
I mean, they were booing Rey Mysterio. Who boos
That's
Rey
also a good
Mysterio?
one. It's also a good one. But yeah, it's unanimous.
I wish you died in the womb.
I wish you died
There
in
it
the
is.
womb.
There it is. Mr. Fred's good pick with Kenny Omega overall superstar of the year. And Kenny probably on any other year probably would have won overall superstar of the year. They did give him number one in the PWI, which I still think is bullshit. Because like Will said on a show when we were talking about the PWI, you knew when Roman pissed this year.
Did I really say that?
Something to that fact, yeah.
I shocked you.
But it's true. You knew when Roman did anything. Anything Roman did, people were talking about it. Yeah. I mean, the man. This is the Roman Reigns that we all wanted, and this is the Roman Reigns we deserve, and he's destroying it. And now you have badass Roman. You have happy Brock. Brock and Roman is now must-see fighting again.
Mm-hmm. Whoever thought we'd say that again?
It's so fresh.
Yeah.
It's so fresh.
Yeah. Like, I'm so surprised that I'm at this point. Because even I remember when, Will, we brought you to your first Mania in New Orleans. We're like, oh, Brock and Roman, the main event. Who gives a shit?
Yeah. Yeah, I was literally just like, who
I felt that way
gives a
too.
fuck? And you know who cared?
Who's that Pokemon?
No one
nobody.
cared.
Nobody.
No one cares. Who's Pokemon?
Nobody
No one
cared
cares.
at all. And now, years later, Brock and Roman's the fucking... My God, I want to see them fight at day one. So badly.
I want to see Brock Lesnar smith a sword. Like, I want to see him smelt and ping, ping,
Bing bong.
Just in those overalls. That's what I want to see Brock Lesnar make me I want him to remake True Sword.
Oh my God, that's so
Like,
good.
put like taking a horseshoe out of like the furnace.
Yeah. Ping.
Oh my God! The only thing I will mention, did any of you guys watch SmackDown this past week?
Mm-mm.
Oh,
I did. I made sure.
So good. Great ending. Great ending.
Oh, you're fired?
Yes. Unsung hero is Paul Heyman this year.
I saw
Paul Heyman is an unsung
Paul Heyman
hero,
has been doing some of the
100%.
best work of his career, and that's saying a lot right now.
The fact that he can just rating.
Yeah, he switches on a dime.
Undisputed.
Yeah.
It's crazy, dude. I don't know.
Yeah, he's a brilliant mind, and it's gonna be great. I want to see Paul Heyman do a double turn in one night. It's gonna happen on day one.
that would be so good.
Kicks both of them in the dick, and he walks out with the belt.
Paul Heyman is the
I forgot that one.
I hope he walks out with the belt and does that.
I hope he hits them both in the balls, and then he stacks them on each other like Roman did at Mania and hits them both.
Dude, Paul Heyman hits Brock Lesnar and Roman Reigns
At the same time.
I'm here for that.
Oh my God. And then his first interview has to be with Kayla Braxton.
Caleb Braxton and Paul Heyman has been one of the best storylines all year.
The
I
consistent
love it.
fighting between the two.
Yeah, it's they're strange bedfellows, dude.
Yeah.
It's perfect. WWE does people who shouldn't be together so
Yeah,
well.
and it's all on Paul. If you actually watch their interactions, Paul just knows how to get a rise out of Kayla.
Yeah, and she sells it really
Yeah.
well too. She knows how to get a rise out of him too.
They just fuck with each other.
She does everything right. Caleb Braxton being Paul Heyman for Halloween was a highlight for me.
Yeah, I forgot about
I
that.
forgot about that.
She didn't do the voice, but that's okay. She's
It's
cute as a
fine.
button. She's such a
As before we talk about 2022, what are some of the other things in 2021 that we missed? I mean, we obviously had the Hall of Famer Danny Nolan on our show. Had enough money for the marks. Johnny Gargano's gone. As I'm looking through shit that's going on our cover page right here.
We saw the. Oh, no, we did. We didn't see the.
We
Rock.
didn't.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah, the Rock.
Yeah, we missed. We lost Mance, unfortunately. Not lost, but Mance moved on to become an adult, and we're still thinking about Mance
He passed away
from the network. Yeah. CM Punk came back this year.
He did come
Punk
back.
came back this year.
And
Half the network.
they haven't screwed up yet.
Yet.
Yep.
Yeah.
Most of us moved.
All
this
us
year.
moved.
All of us moved.
Yeah. Except Mr. Fretz.
Well, luckily, I am not moving this year. I'm staying in this place another
Nice.
year.
Congratulations.
Luckily.
Good, Emery.
Brent
Yeah, I
only
think I'm-
went up 5%, and I was having a heart attack. I was like, please don't raise my rent $300. Please don't raise my rent $300.
Oh man, but yeah,
Yeah, I'm staying this time.
that sounds like it. But yeah, what a year in wrestling and in life it was. And here's the 2022. And speaking of 2022, obviously this is our future shock. Let's have at it. I want to hear your guys' best predictions for any and everything that may happen in professional wrestling next year. Who would like to go first?
Brian Cage is going to WWE.
Who can stop the wrath of Cage? Vince McMahon will.
Paul Heyman will win the Royal Rumble. At number 1.
At number 1.
Yeah, no.
Hmm.
I have one. The Royal Rumble will be filled with everybody that they released. The winner.
They have a released Rumble.
The last person standing
could.
gets their contract back.
I'm not finished with
Wow.
you.
Actually, I would actually make that match. The last person standing gets their contract with WWE back.
Dude, it's gonna be who can leave the ring fastest. None of them want to go back. Except Drake Maverick didn't want to go back.
I think Drake Maverick would win.
Oh my God, Drake Maverick winning would be so funny.
He's 4-7 title.
I have a question. This is related to my future shock. So I saw that the North American and the Cruiserweight Championships are being combined. Are we finally
They're not
going
being
to a
combined. It's champion versus champion.
I thought it was unifying.
It's champion versus champion.
Okay. I'd say
Although,
they would be
do I want to
unifying
see
versus
Carmella
champion.
Hayes and Roddy Strong go at it? Absolutely.
Fuck yeah, it's gonna be great.
Yeah. Yeah. They're never going to cancel NXT Fred. Sorry, you're not going to have that.
It's canceled in my house.
I think.
Punk will be AEW champ by the end of the year.
See, now I don't want to say you're going to be wrong, okay? But like,
No,
it's
I
possible.
think they're right.
Yeah.
But I don't. But like towards like the later end of the year.
Yeah, like
They're not. He's not next.
He'll win it all out.
Probably.
That will be the
All Out
biggest.
is full gear,
It'll be
CM
the
Punk will
biggest
win the
screw job for him to lose it all out in Chicago.
I think Drew beats Roman at Mania.
We're
I
not getting
don't.
Brock and Roman. I believe it's Brock and Roman at Mania.
At Mania,
Yeah.
again, they're gonna keep this going 4 more months.
It's apparently
Yeah.
it's a 3-match sequence. So yes.
This is the 3rd match already, though.
No, it's not.
Second?
Second.
In this story, it's like 1 or 2.
Yeah. It's second.
I don't want to see Roman Brock at main event another WrestleMania. I'm gonna be honest. I want it to
I
end
don't
day
either, but-
1.
It's probably going to end up Rumble if we don't do anything. I think
Who wins the Rumble?
Sasha wins. You get Sasha Charlotte at Mania.
They haven't done that, have they?
No, they haven't. You get Sasha Charlotte at Mania, and Sasha finally gets a win at WrestleMania, taking out Charlotte. I think Asuka returns at the Rumble.
Agreed.
Bailey does not return at the Rumble. Bailey is post-Mania return.
Lacey Evans returns at the Rumble.
Yeah.
Lacey Evans is also a front runner to win the Rumble as well. Actually,
I don't
no,
think
I
she's
take
been
that
on
back.
for a while.
I take that back. Sasha win the Rumble. Lacey Evans wins Money in the Bank.
Yeah, I would love that.
I could see that.
I would love that.
Lacey wins Money in the Bank, and she's going to cash in, and it's going to be a big fucking deal, whoever she cashes in on.
Cashes on a huge babyface Sasha Banks.
Something like that, yeah.
See, now we're going to get ourselves excited, and
Nothing's going to happen.
But yeah, I think that'd be a good 8-month storyline right there. Sure.
Yeah.
Do that.
I'm also expecting more releases.
Well, of course.
Yeah, Mania's right around the corner.
Yeah. Braun Breaker gets a call up real quick.
Braun Breaker gets released by July.
That too. He gets called up and released by July.
Braun Breaker gets called up, and they mistake him for Scott Steiner, and that's why he gets released. He comes out in chainmail.
Veer is never coming to Raw.
What's up?
Veer is never coming to Raw.
Veer never shows up. That's a great prediction.
That is my strongest prediction.
Randy Orton becomes WWE champion again.
I can see it.
Because they're going. I think they're going to.
Matt Riddle becomes WWE champion.
No.
No, not yet.
I wouldn't mind, dude. I don't know. RK Bro is a really good act.
Yeah.
They are a lot of fun. Randy, you got anything to say? No. He just walks off. Great. It works. I don't know why it works, but it works.
I think we get Randy's going to get close to 16 because I think in LA this is going to be huge. This is 2023 now. I think LA you get Randy Cena for the WWE title, or somehow the title gets vacated. You get Randy Cena to break to get the 17.
Give it to me.
And then Roman, you get Randy Cena, Roman Rock. Those are your two bigs.
I'm not gonna lie, I wouldn't be mad if Randy Orton broke Ric Flair's record.
Neither would I.
I think he deserves it more.
I do as well.
At this point, he does.
Like John Cena is a bigger star than Randy Orton. He always will be a bigger star than Randy Orton. However, Randy Orton is the way better wrestler.
Yeah.
I think he's probably more respected among the boys.
Mm-hmm.
That's not saying they disrespect Cena, but they respect Randy for being fucking Randy Orton.
Yeah.
And being there forever. I think it's a bigger deal for wrestling if Randy Orton takes it as opposed to John Cena.
I think so too.
I feel like they had their opportunity to do it with Cena and they just never did. So as much as
Cena
I
doesn't need it.
Cena,
I don't think Cena
doesn't.
wants to either.
I don't think Orton wants to be honest, either.
True.
But I think it makes more sense for Randy Orton to do it. It's probably going to be Cena regardless, but
Yeah.
Cena's part-time now, which is fine. He deserves it. But Randy Orton's never going to go part-time.
No, Randy will retire as a full-time performer.
Yeah, 100%.
100%.
And he's still great. He still looks fantastic.
Yeah, it's absurd.
He wrestles the exact same since he wrestled in 2009.
Yeah, it's so absurd, but it's amazing.
It satisfies my inner child, that's for sure.
I think we get AJ Styles on another singles run again because that's on the up and up. Mm-hmm. If they play this correctly, Raw's going to be pretty ridiculous in that upper mid card scene. Miz, Edge, Bobby.
AJ and Big E is a feud that needs to happen.
AJ and Big E needs to happen so that Big E can have a legitimate title reign. If Big E can get through AJ Styles, that's his litmus test.
Yeah.
He's got to get through Styles.
I mean, again, so is Seth.
True. That, if you look at the Raw in a whole lot of ways, if they play their singles cards correctly, there's a lot of good stuff on there.
Yeah, you got the key for Big E right now. Put him with the workers.
Yeah, AJ's a worker.
AJ's a worker.
Seth's a worker. KO's a worker.
KO is a worker.
Yeah.
And then once he goes through those, you can go back to Lashley because Lashley's not necessarily not a worker, but it's a different style.
You know what I'd love to see, even though I hate this. I hate it because he's on SmackDown. They had good chemistry. Sheamus and Big E worked really well for a while.
Mm-hmm. They did. That would be another great feud. You're right.
Yeah, but Sheamus is on SmackDown now, so
Sheamus is doing pretty good on SmackDown. I like Sheamus on SmackDown.
Sheamus has had a good last couple of years.
He has had. He's like honestly, he's another Randy Orton. He's been there forever.
Mm-hmm.
He's won a bunch of titles. Everyone forgets about him, but he's really good.
Yeah. He is.
Like Randy Orton's. I think Randy Orton's the most underrated wrestler of all time.
Mm-hmm. I would agree with that.
Randy Orton underrated as a wrestler?
Underrated. Like when you say what's the greatest wrestler of all time, you always forget Randy Orton.
I never thought of Randy in that light, but there's an argument for it.
He doesn't get the respect he deserves, like public, like again, I guess with the IWC.
Yeah.
Definitely not with the IWC.
He does do some creative stuff. Oh, here's a future shock. Dominic and Rey Mysterio breakup. Fucking finally.
Duh.
Yeah.
That's a given.
That's coming.
Yeah. It has to happen in the most dramatic fashion too. Like I want Kay to be crying on the show when we talk about it.
I want Dominic to take Ray's mask off.
Wow. That's bold.
I know.
That is bold. I like it though. Like I would book that.
Thank you.
As long as Ray was okay with it. Like if Dominic unmasked Ray, then Ray has like if Dominic is the reason that Ray retires, then yes, that's the story. You unmask him and Ray's done for good.
Yeah, I agree.
I think Andrade gets released.
You think?
I think AEW is going to go through a handful of releases, like the Seidel brothers gone. The Hollywood blonde that isn't Brian Kendrick, not Brian Kendrick.
Brian Pillman Jr.
Brian Kendrick's wrestling again now. He's signing.
I saw that.
Private
Gone.
Party gone. Like there's gonna be a lot of people are just gonna be cut from AEW. A lot of the mid card guys and the undercard guys. The young guys like Dante Martin.
Hook they're gonna keep.
But Hook they're
Hook
definitely
beat
gonna
Punk.
keep. But I think a handful of guys and Sean Spears gone.
Sean Spears goes to Impact to ride his wife's coattails.
Yep. I think AEW is gonna start releasing people.
Well, apparently AEW doesn't like release people like WWE is. They just when the contract expires, they don't opt to renew it. So it's a little less.
Yeah, there's really not. I mean, they didn't renew Kyle O'Reilly. Kyle O'Reilly didn't get released. They opted not to renew him.
They just renew him. I don't know. Did WWE make him an offer?
I doubt they made Kyle an offer. Like, I mean, I've seen Kyle's work. I like Kyle's work, but Kyle is not a character. Kyle's a wrestler, and it's good that Kyle's a wrestler, but he's not a character. The only reason he had some sort
Not for AEW.
yeah, the only reason he had a
you know.
character in NXT for so long is because he was with Undisputed and he air guitared to the ring, and we thought that was the funniest thing in the world.
It was the funniest thing in the world.
I loved it.
And then there's like he does it by himself. He's like, wow.
Do that
Don't
again.
ever do that again. It looks a lot cooler with a group of guys. I don't know why.
Yeah. So I think
Still make him an offer though. I think that's disrespectful. You just don't even.
I don't know if
him an offer.
I don't know if they made him an offer or not. I mean, they might have just undersold him.
That's fine. You make him an offer. You can make an offer just for appearances. You don't expect him to take it. What are you stupid? Just make him an offer. I would feel slighted if they didn't.
I think another future shock I have is Montez Ford becomes a mid card champion, either the Intercontinental or U.S. or United States Championship.
I would
As a
agree with
babyface
that.
or-
Face
heel.
all the way face.
Face. So Dawson turns heel,
Yeah,
or does Dawson get injured?
I think Dawson gets injured,
I
and
can see
Montez
that.
goes on a run.
Not gonna lie, dude. I think Montez Ford would be a phenomenal heel.
He's got the character
I
for
think-
it.
I think he would just be a charisma, rich boy, like Will Smith in Bad Boys kind of heel.
I can see that. Did you see the stat?
I think he's so
Raw
suave.
put up a stat about Montez Ford, about him and like the military and stuff, because Montez Ford was a Marine, and they go through like obviously like a Marine physical fitness test. He perfect scored it.
Wow. That's insane.
Like, do you know how absurd that is? The perfect score, a Marine physical fitness test. It's unheard of, to be honest with you. But I can see, you're right. I can see Montez Ford as like a next level heel.
I think he'd do much better as a heel. But once you turn him back to face, never need to turn again.
Yeah.
But I think he really is talented enough to do both
Could-
sides. I really see him as like an assassin, like in a suit, shades inside.
He revitalizes. He's the Hurt
Killer.
Business's hitman.
Could you imagine?
Yeah.
That would be so good.
That would be great. That would be great. I mean, I hope MVP revitalizes the Hurt Business, but also Montez as a face. Like, I can picture Montez hitting the most insane frog splash to a massive pop to win a
Yes.
title at like a Mania or a SummerSlam.
Yeah, I could see that too. He knows how to work a crowd already,
He fucking
and he knows how to dance.
he grabbed a baby. He's good with kids.
I bet white people fucking love Montez Ford.
Yes.
I bet white people love him so hard. Bobby Lashley, like, he's great, but he's scared. Montez Ford, it checks all the boxes.
He does. He does. Oh my god. Yeah. No. Montez Ford might break out. Yeah. I think that's all I got. Yeah, I think that's all I got for Future Stocks. I have nothing else for AEW. Nothing. Oh, Ring of Honor returns and challenges Impact as the third biggest wrestling company.
Yeah,
I think ROH is coming back with a vengeance.
I don't think they're coming back.
We'll see what
No,
we'll
after
see
the
what
show,
happens in
like,
April.
I don't.
They are planning a return in April. So we'll see. But I think I could also see Ring of Honor and Impact merging. If Ring of Honor doesn't come back, someone's buying Ring of Honor. And they will go to a great bidder.
They're gonna buy the library.
Hmm?
They're gonna buy
Yeah.
the library. I don't give a fuck with the show, the talent. I want the library.
That library is
valuable.
probably the most valuable library that hasn't been picked up yet.
Yeah, it is. It really is a wrestling golden ticket out
Yeah.
there.
If they go belly up, that library is the number one commodity to have. And it can go a lot of ways, and there'll be a lot of people with a lot of money to throw at that library.
I can't see WWE picking it up though. To
They
be
don't.
honest,
It's not like they don't. I
don't
don't
want
know if
it.
they don't want it, but they don't really need it.
I don't think they
I
need
feel
it.
like
I don't think they need it.
If they wanted, so they did the Ring of Honor, like the final battle, and WWE didn't submit anything.
Well, they never usually let their wrestlers
no
do
one-
anything outside of a company.
Which leads me to believe that they don't give a fuck about ROH's library. Like, if they were caring about it, then they would, I'm sure.
Oh,
let
if they would have
them
cared about it,
submit their
Vince
own
McMahon would have
videos,
showed up on the
but-
screen in Final Battle saying, "I bought WCW."
True.
You know, but I think that's just a company thing. Like, they don't allow their performers to show up on other people's shows.
Yeah, WWE is not
Yeah.
fuck with that at all.
Yeah.
But I don't think they see. I don't think they see money in Ring of Honor's library. Honestly, they're like, we
That's
bought it. What are you gonna do with it? Like, they're like, listen, guys, Peacock sucks. All right, and
Yeah.
it's not too much. No, that's another big. That, you know what? That's the biggest disappointment of my year.
I thought
Fucking
you were going to say
Peacock.
Peacock, actually.
You know what? Fuck the release. That has nothing to do with them. That has nothing to do with me. I'm going to be very selfish here. The biggest disappointment this year was losing my WWE network. That is what ruined my wrestling fandom this year.
That
Fuck
did hurt.
Peacock. It sucks. It sucks. Maneuvering it sucks. Going between matches sucks. It's saving things sucks. It's the layout sucks. It's terrible. It's fucking terrible. I hate it. I almost want to buy a VPN to get my network back.
I will say this, that has really been a detriment because I used to, back when we had it, I used to have the network on just for the fucking sake of having it on. Like, it would just be running in the background because I knew there was always going to be something good that would show up. It's like pulling strings for me to go on Peacock. For
Yeah.
anything.
Yeah.
And that is very upsetting because, as we mentioned on the show, the network was perfect.
So perfect. It was so organized.
Perfect. Everything you wanted all in one spot. You knew where to get to. You could search by superstar and pull up all their matches.
Pay-per-views were separated by the year it was released, not the season.
Yeah. Oh my God. Season 1 episode. Oh my goodness.
As I was trying to watch Clash of the Champions with the Clash of the Champions the other day, sometimes that's where I am in Wrestle Wars. It was just like season 34. I was like, I don't know what fucking year this. Like, just give me the year. Which one's 1997? You click into it, it's like season 33. It's like 6 episodes or whatever, and they don't tell you the date. They don't tell you the number. So it's just like it was it's Clash of the Champions number 32, and I was like, well, which one was that? What year? I just have to fucking Google it.
Yeah. Yeah, it is rough. So, any other future shocks that we're thinking of before we hit the show on the road?
No.
No? All right. So, before we get out of here, a couple of things. Number one, if you're watching us live right now on Twitter, Twitch, or YouTube, or my personal Facebook, obviously, join us for our post show because we're going to take a little bit of break and we're going to come back and just shoot the shit for a little bit longer. Number two, hopefully everybody has a happy holidays, a happy and safe New Year. This is our last show of the year. And also, my last future shock, which I probably forgot to say, is that the next time you see us live, I'm going to work on having a completely different visual experience for live because I think change is a good thing, and I think we need to reinvent and innovate some things. So,
it's the season premiere.
Yeah, we'll do our own season premiere after day one, where our the way that you visually look at us live each and every week will be a little bit different. I'm going to experiment with some stuff, maybe going to call in some favors here and there, but it's going to be completely different. Same show, just will look a little bit more, a little bit different aesthetically. But I hope you guys tune in. I hope you guys continue to watch us. We're just going to take a little bit of a break because, the fucking holidays. And obviously, happy holidays to my two co-hosts, Will and K. Murphy. I couldn't do this show without you guys. I tried once and actually worked out pretty well. But still, I did miss you guys. But I do enjoy my partnership with you guys and doing the show throughout the year. I think it's been one of our more creative years. We've been going live for almost half the year, which is pretty freaking awesome. And so hopefully, the live stream era continues. Anything else? Anybody have anything else to add?
It'll be fun. Yeah. I think next show should be called either Day 5 or Day 1-ish.
Day 1-ish.
Let me see. The next...
I think Day 5.
I think Day 5 would be...
Day 5.
Day 5-ish would be really funny.
Day 5-ish?
Yeah.
I think that'd be pretty funny. Yeah, man. I mean, the creative juices are always flowing over. I do this whole show off the top of my head, literally. It's good practice. Good practice to talk off the top of your head. And it's fun. As long as this podcast is still fun, wrestling will still be fun.
K. Murphy, anything to add?
Amen. This has been a great year. Happy to have done another year of KOTR with y'all. And I'm excited to do more. The COVID is literally kicking my ass, so I literally don't have a brain anymore.
It's okay, a little bit of a COVID bug. Without further ado, for the final time this year in 2021, let's get the show on the road. Will, music please. Maybe we'll do new music by Midnight Music this year too.
Yes, please.
Yeah, we'll do some new music too as well. Ladies and gentlemen, you have been listening to Kings of the Rings podcast, episode number 276, the best of 2021. I am your host, King Ricky Rose. You can find me at Ambassador Biggs across all social media outlets, BIGZ Ambassador Biggs. Find Kings of the Rings podcast at KOTR _podcast on Facebook, on Twitter, on Instagram. Like, share, subscribe, leave us 5-star reviews, and invite your friends to watch us each and every week on Twitter, Twitch, and YouTube. But if you don't want to watch us and you only want to listen to us, you can listen to us on Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, Spotify, SoundCloud, wherever you get all of your podcasts by subscribing to Wrestle Addict Radio. And follow Wrestle Addict Radio at addicts _wrestle on Twitter and Wrestle Addict Radio on Twitter and Instagram. Big things coming for Wrestle Addict Radio too, because we're going to be adding some people to the team. Hopefully, we will be finding out in the very, very first quarter, near future of 2022. Will Tarashak, what do you got for me?
Got me thinking. Got my mind thinking. Like, what these graphics are going to look like. I'm only imagining. I don't know. I like we're going to do new graphics. It's definitely a good idea. Just got me thinking.
Jazz some stuff up.
Hey Murphy, what do you? Yeah.
I definitely want to make. I'm working on a new logo for 2022. Slowly but surely. I want to see us keep growing and keep expanding because it's really exciting.
Yeah, I like that too. Keep growing, keep expanding, keep reinventing. We're going to be on our Chris Jericho and just reinvent our show a little bit here and there. But that's all for next year. Until then, folks, we're going to do the post show. And so we will see you guys next year. Goodbye. Good night. See you on the post show or see you next year. And by the way, fuck you, Slack. And welcome everybody to our final Tip of the Crown post show where I actually updated our tweets, and Bobby Lashley did look like Morpheus this last week on Raw for our post show. Some of the best tweets to end the year, and Will, you'll like that tweet. Nobody, Xia Li and Naomi teaming up.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Absolutely, but unfortunately somebody has to leave us, Kay Murphy.
Well, y'all don't have COVID.
No, we do not.
And
I might. Don't know yet.
I've been getting sicker by the day.
I
So,
haven't. Knock on wood.
Yeah, you probably don't have COVID. I do.
Hope I can go home for Christmas.
What?
Hope I can go home for Christmas.
I'm not going home for Christmas, and it fucking sucks. Like, it really sucks. But I'm going home in January for Christmas instead. So I will not be here for day 5-ish because I will be doing Christmas with my family.
Nice.
So instead we're having we're doing a COVID Christmas in Queens instead.
Down since day 5
Day 5-ish.
Well,
Day 5-ish.
day 5-ish? Question mark. But I'm gonna go collapse and hydrate because I'm dehydrated and I don't feel well. And I love you all. Happy holidays, Merry Christmas, Happy New Year, Happy Solstice, Happy anything else that
Have a
I
tip
might
top
have-
tet,
Kwanzaa, I guess?
what?
Have a tip top tet.
Kwanzaa tip top tet?
Yeah, the holiday tet.
What's tet?
Google it. I'm like holiday.
How do you spell it?
Yeah, I think it's just TET.
Tet. Let us see.
I was quoting Krusty the Clowns. I hope it's a holiday. Jeez, I have a quirky Kwanzaa.
Well, Tet comes up as the first day of the Lunar New Year in Vietnam.
That might be it.
But then there's also something that says Tet offensive.
Nope, no,
No,
not the Tet offensive.
Those are
Not
very
the
different.
Tet
Those are
That's the
very,
Vietnam
very
War.
different.
All right. Well, on that note, I love y'all. You can find me across all social media platforms at the K Murphy, TheKae Murphy, and hopefully I won't sound like this next time I'm back.
Gorgeous, darling.
So
On day
no,
12.
I don't.
On day 12-ish.
See you on day 12-ish. I love y'all.
Bye.
Good night. Bye-bye. Bye.
Oh, and there goes Kay. We gotta bring something back. We gotta put something in Kay's place. Well, I have a slideshow ready for us too.
A solemn, dignified
Wait,
Ramadan.
what?
I found the Krusty the Clown, the Krusty the
Oh,
Clown
really?
clip on YouTube. I have a tip top tet.
Oh my god. As I'm totally adjusting stuff on the fly right now.
Oh, it's got Boxing Day.
Boxing Day. Does Boxing Day really count as anything?
Of course it does. Don't insult Mr. Fred.
I mean,
like
for
that.
here's what I've learned about Boxing Day.
I don't care.
Number
That's
one.
what I.
Oh.
First things first.
No, here's what I've learned about Boxing Day. Is that it's pretty much like the reverse Black Friday. So it's like a Black Friday that makes sense. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I guess so.
It's like, oh, everything's discounted because Christmas is over. Then again, if that happened to me, like, I wouldn't buy anybody anything for Christmas until after Christmas.
Yeah, that's what I. Yeah, right.
Be like, yeah, you're gonna wait till the next day when things are on sale. You get time and a half on Boxing Day. It's very true, frats.
That's pretty weird.
Oh yeah,
That's
I
pretty
used to
dope.
love work. That's the only time working retail is great. Like when I worked at Walgreens, I worked like every Thanksgiving Day.
I hated working
But it was the
Thanksgiving
morning.
Day. That's not true. I know in high school I didn't mind it actually.
But you know, it was working in the morning.
Yeah, I was working
Oh,
buffets.
that sucks.
Well, it was at the old folks'
Okay.
home, so it was great. And I got to eat after because it was like a Thanksgiving
Nice.
buffet. And buffets are easy. The only thing I have to do because they go get the food themselves. All I have to do is give them coffee.
Oh, okay. You're sitting pretty then.
Yeah, it's very easy as a waiter for a
Yeah.
buffet. Although, because we couldn't eat anything during, and because we would try,
Yeah.
but it was hard. but you could also work like the breakfast station in the back, like where the omelets and
Yeah.
everything are. So like have eggs and sausage and bacon like right in front of us. We're sitting there, we just be like try and sneak a few in between
Yeah,
old
no, I
people.
totally get that. So here's what I'm thinking about these new things. I'm just thinking of just doing like just newer graphics. I experiment with some stuff, and probably not doing a black background, but maybe like a gold background, just to have us stand out a little bit more.
Where are you making them?
From scratch. I said I might call it. The real reason I might call in a favor is if I might be like, "Hey, Rant, you want to do this for me?"
Yeah, I thought about hiring him too, but he's I love all the stuff he does. Like I really need someone who can just do that.
Yeah. Like I'll do it. I don't know. Like I mean, our logo's gonna stay the same. Like I still love our golden logo and everything. Like I think that's gonna stick for a while.
Yeah, the logo is fine. I think every now and then you switch the logo. Now that's what I was thinking about. Is like how often should we, or any content creator really, just change up their back? I think once a year is just a good idea as a standard.
Yeah,
It's just a
new
new
look.
season, new look. Like just have freshen up the look as much as possible. Freshen up the music. So
Now
let's
that we
pick
have the
3 new
entire library,
songs
yeah, we can go
for,
fucking nuts.
and like just go through just whatever 3 you want. Just shoot me links.
Yeah, I
and
need to
I'll put them
upload
on my
them
board.
to Mediafire. And stuff. Well, I will say, the tweets that I found this week are fucking hysterical. Like I meant the 2 pillars of AEW. Yeah, it's just freshening up the look, seeing some stuff. I don't feel what's in it. Like I said, I have 2 weeks to figure it out. What I wish I could do from scratch, but you'd actually have to graphic design it, is give every video like a defined box. You know what I mean? Like an actual square border.
There is anything you want to do, you can do
Or
in
that
VMix.
too.
Because I've shown you what I've done in VMix, right? For my job, like we could do that. What are the specs of your computer?
Fuck if I remember.
Like, do you know what your graphics card is?
No, I'd have to look it up.
Or a CPU? Because you do need a pretty powerful machine to be able to run VMix efficiently. I need to upgrade my computer.
Let me tell you. System, there we go. Oh no, my monitor has HDR. Da-da-da. It's Intel i7, 2.9 gigahertz, 16 gigabytes of RAM.
All right, so your processor can handle it. Yeah, that's pretty much what I have, but my processor can't handle exactly what I want to do, but it can handle what we would do. What's your graphics card?
Let's find out.
Your GPU.
I'm still have to fiddle around this because I upgraded to Windows 11.
Oh, you know you can.
Yeah,
Oh, you
so I'd be
did.
like, where's everything?
I did it on my laptop. You can go to Task Manager.
Because I'm in system. Get out of this. I also should rename my fucking PC.
No, system. It won't be in system. It won't be there. Yeah, in the about section. How much
16
RAM do you
gigs.
got? Yeah, that should be okay too. So yeah, let's go to your Task Manager.
Pull it out.
I just shit bookmarked on my taskbar. Task Manager is
Yeah, I'm
so
in Task
useful.
Manager now.
You need go to
Yep.
more details on the bottom. Performance.
Yeah.
Click on GPU in the bottom. That's your graphics card.
NVIDIA GeForce GTX.
What's the number?
10 second. 1660 Super.
Oh, you have a 1660? Son of a bitch. I want a 16. Well, actually, no, I want the 30 series. But no, your graphics card's way better than mine. All right, so yeah, your computer should be able to handle VMix, okay?
Just a matter of fiddling with it and all that stuff. Fred has a question for us. What are some of your favorite family Christmas traditions? I'll say mine after. The one that I'm.
Did we
No,
talk
I think
about
it's
that
a
last
favorite
week?
holiday. Last
Thought
week
we
was favorite
did.
holiday movie.
Oh, okay, that's right. We Italians, we do the seven
On
fishes
Friday,
on
right?
Christmas Eve.
I did a Feast of
Yeah.
the Seven Fishes once. Over an Italian family. I did. My family usually just has breakfast after we open presents. Like, wake up at some point in the day, presents, breakfast, break. That's it.
Oh, we do presents like first thing in the morning, like early, and then like, cause like my mom needs to get like the meals prepared, like we do it at my house. So she gets everything prepared, and like, so we don't really eat breakfast. It's like my mom's like, "Hey, cereal if you want," and I'm like, "Nah." I just wait until she puts the hors d'oeuvres out, because everyone's at my
Oh,
house at noon.
Jesus.
Yeah, we do everything early. So like, food's out at like 11:30 or like 11, like cheese, crackers or whatever, like just hors d'oeuvres. Like I'll start eating then, and then my dad does scallops and
Ooh.
bacon. Yeah,
Ooh.
God, yeah, it's the best. It's the fucking best. We usually do lamb on Christmas, which I'm not huge
I've
on.
never heard anybody do lamb on Christmas.
Leg of
That's
lamb?
a new one for me.
Yeah, we usually do a leg of
Interesting.
lamb. It's like we would do leg of lamb. Maybe we do that on Easter. I don't remember. Alternates, I think. But we don't do like steak or ham or turkey on Christmas. It's just it's always something different, but it's every
Steak.
single year. I think it's lamb. So one year we did prime rib,
Prime
which was
rib
delicious.
on Christmas. That's bold.
Yeah.
That's really bold.
Especially because like over the past few years, like the family is getting smaller and smaller. Because like my cousin and his, I guess, husband now, or partner, what he wants to call himself, moved to Canada. They moved to
you just made Fred's
what's
happy.
what's the one above Seattle? Montreal.
No, Montreal's on the East Coast.
East Coast,
Oh,
West Coast,
God,
a big city on the West
Vancouver.
Coast. Vancouver. They moved to Vancouver. So like they're not here. My brother, my brother's just got engaged, so he's doing Christmas Eve with the wifey, and then Christmas Day with us. So he's
I will
not
tell
going to be
you,
there on Friday.
Vancouver's
So it's like
dope
it's
as
different.
fuck, by the way.
I gotta get up. I want to go to
Vancouver,
Canada.
they have, especially the Pacific Northwest, their fish there is fucking amazing. Like the salmon, unbelievable. Did I lose you, Will?
1 second.
Oh, okay. Yeah, but salmon in the Pacific Northwest is chef's kiss. I mean, the Washington Seattle area is actually really nice land out there.
It's a gorgeous area. Like, all like the forests, the mountains, like
oh
all the
my
trees.
God, yes.
It's wildlife out there.
Yeah. That's the problem.
I think when you go out further west of, I guess east of Oregon or Washington State, is a lot of that government lands. Like like most of Wyoming's is government land. It's like wildlife.
I'm not sure.
Like they can't build on it because it's preservations and shit.
I'm not sure.
You think like any law like Teddy Roosevelt passed? So I think there might like all of it might just be federal land, but it's like wildlife.
Yeah, no, it's dope out there. It's dope, and the weather's pretty consistent all the time.
Rains a lot.
Rains, but when it's not raining, it's like an even 60, 70.
No, you definitely get 4 seasons because you can go skiing up there too.
Yeah. Yeah, no, it is dope up there.
I gotta get out there. I mean, I gotta go to the country more in general. I'm pretty pumped for Miami.
Yeah, Miami's gonna be a wild time for you.
Yeah, I go down the day before the Super Bowl, so I don't know what the fuck I'm gonna do for the Super Bowl.
What you need to do is just explore Miami, because it's gonna be just ready for the Super Bowl. So there's gonna be a bunch of free Super Bowl shit to do. You'll probably run into a bunch of NFL like Hall of Famers.
Maybe.
Can you imagine you running into like Randy Moss?
I couldn't tell you what he looks like. I'll probably bump into him and be like, "Excuse me."
You look up. Randy Moss is like 6'4".
I mean, I'm sure he sticks out in a crowd, but I'll be like, wow, look at that guy. But I won't know who. Like, I'll stare at him, but I won't know why I'm staring at him.
Watch your ass like bump into Tom Brady and won't even know who he is.
I'll know who that guy is. I'll smell his perfume. Although I saw him get shut out the other day, and I was shocked.
Oh yeah, he got shut up by the Saints
For the first time like ever.
in like 15 years or some shit like that.
Yeah.
He broke a surface tablet on the sideline.
Yeah, I saw that. Although, shout out to Tom Brady, though, because he knocked off the second place team in our league. She's out of the playoffs first round.
Oh, that sucks.
Yeah, your boy goes on the quarters, but I'm about to get spanked by the number one team. Listen to this bitch's team, all right? I fucking hate this lady.
Let's hear it.
Oh, my God. I'll say she's got Josh Allen.
Okay, that sounds good.
And Jonathan Taylor.
That sucks, dude.
And Cooper Kupp.
You're screwed, dude.
She has the number one QB, the number one running back, and the number one wide receiver.
You're screwed. I mean, my team's not that bad either. I got lucky. I drafted really well, but I blew the last game. Like, my playoffs start tomorrow. So here's on my team right now. I have Aaron Rodgers, probably the MVP of the league.
MVP candidate, yep.
Yeah. Saquon Barkley.
That's a disappointment.
He's a disappointment this year, yes. My running backs suck, but I had Chuba Hubbard. But he was my running backs were like Chuba Hubbard, David Johnson.
He's on my bench because McCaffrey's out for the year.
Yeah. But my receiving core kills it. I have CeeDee Lamb, Cooper Kupp, my tight ends are Noel Font and Darren Waller. Also have Chris Claypool.
I got Fonts too. He's disappointing me.
Yeah, my backup is Derek Carr, even though the Raiders are kind of wishy-washy.
Derek Carr is my backup
Derek Carr
too.
put
He did
some
great
numbers though.
Dude, he played Thanksgiving for me and he stepped
Oh,
up.
he destroyed on Thanksgiving.
Yeah, he really stepped up. That's what I needed that week because Pat Mahomes is my QB.
And I also have Michael Pittman Jr. as well as a backup receiver.
I picked up OBJ off the waiver wire. It's a great pickup.
Oh yeah, because he's in a place where he wants to actually play.
Yeah. I could win. It's possible. It's possible. I could win. I'm not going to, but I
What's
could.
the prize money?
There's 14 people in the league, so it's like $500
For the winner?
Yeah, and like second place and third place get something else.
Nice.
There's 14 people, $50 ahead, so I could win third place.
Yeah.
And there's a toilet bowl. The toilet bowl where whoever's the best of all the losers gets something. I don't know what it is, but they get something.
That's a good chunk of change to win 500. That's not bad.
Yeah, it was a 14 team league.
That's my team's a 12-team league, and it's at $50 a person. But dude, how annoying is your draft for that league every year then?
It's my first year doing it.
Oh.
I didn't want to do it, but my friend was just like, "Will, you in my wedding, you have to do it."
Are you doing keeper? Is it a keeper league?
No.
Oh, so everybody gets redrafted?
Everyone gets redrafted.
Oh, that's
all
bold.
All the names go in a hat, and the draft order is different every year, and you start from scratch.
That's bold. At least we do keepers. Keepers gives a little bit of a competitive advantage, it makes it more competitive in the draft. But I'm the commissioner, so a lot of people in my league, they like to wait till the last minute to pick a keeper. And I always have to warn them, because the keepers lock like an hour before the draft. And since I'm the commissioner, I have overriding powers. I'm like, if you don't pick your keeper, I will pick your keeper for you. And I'll pick kickers or some shit for them.
Oh, you asshole.
I gave you ample amount of time. It's I will pick a kicker for you to keep, and everybody else gets back on the board.
How many keepers do you get?
They do. I was thinking about doing 2, but they want to do 1. You get one person to keep per year.
Yeah, I think that's a good idea.
Mm-hmm.
You get to keep 1.
Yeah, what's crazier is that
Dude, if Derrick Henry didn't get fucking hurt, I fucking swear to God, dude, he hasn't played since week 8, and he's ranked 11th among running backs.
That's gross.
That's how many points that motherfucker had.
That's gross. My friend Sam is in a dynasty league. That's hard.
You keep the whole team.
Mm-hmm. And you only fill in spots when you need it every year. Well, that's where you're really like you're doing trades or you're trading draft picks and all that shit.
Yeah, that's a waste of money.
It's also really hard. Like you actually have to think about that.
Yeah.
Speaking of what's not a
You
waste
gotta,
of money.
you gotta be, it's literally it's GM mode.
Yeah. Speaking of GM, I actually bought 2K finally this past week.
New one? Well, last year's
No,
one.
the new one.
The Steam sale was today.
No, Best Buy had a Best Buy is having like a 15 days of video gaming. And so there's a different thing on sale every day of the 15 days.
Yeah. Epic Games is doing that too, except they're giving away free games every single day for 15 days.
That's unreal.
I mean, the games are like a lot of them is like indie games, not that whatever.
Yeah.
But still, you get, every now and then you'll get a gem in there.
Well, get this out. Freaking Best Buy put NBA 2K21 on sale for Series X, like next gen, for $25. I was like, yeah, I'm buying it. This week, I think today was like the Xbox Elite controller. It was like $40 off.
I just got a new controller. Just a
what is-
standard, regular Xbox One controller.
Yeah, I can tell by the buttons.
Yeah, it's I don't know why I just plugged it into my computer and it works for everything. But I don't know why I can't like change this. The LED is supposed to be a bunch of different colors. I don't know why I can only have it be green.
I don't know either. Oh, speaking of Xbox, Xbox has been releasing like a multi-part documentary about like how they came to be. And there is literally a whole chapter in their documentary dedicated to the Red Ring of Death.
Yeah, there should be.
And they actually
that red ring of death was terrifying.
they actually talked about that it cost them so much money they almost went under. Like replacing all those systems.
When were they created by Microsoft or were they bought by Microsoft?
Xbox?
Yeah.
Created by Microsoft.
That Bill Gates motherfucker.
Fretz, if you need a PS5, I might know a person that can get you one. You should just ask the magic words.
Dude, there's no reason for me to get a PS5
No.
because all the exclusives just end up on the PC eventually anyway.
Mm-hmm.
Like Final Fantasy VII released the other day. I told my brother to pick it up for Christmas.
Except for I think Deathloop is a PS5 exclusive, like hardcore.
No, Deathloop. I can buy Deathloop right now.
Really?
I thought about it. I thought about it. It looked like a pretty good game.
I have it. I got on like a Black Friday sale. I haven't played it yet, but I hear great things about it.
There was a fall Steam sale around Thanksgiving. Now the winter Steam sale is here.
They got New Year's Steam sale.
Yeah, it's from now until New Year's. And it's just like the Steam sales are absurd. I buy so many games I never play. But they're so on sale, dude. I bought 4 Naruto games, Prey,
Why?
Heavy Rain, and Earthlock for like $30.
You're never gonna play them.
Oh, that's not true. The Naruto game is actually a shit ton of fun.
Mm.
I bought one of them for the last Steam sale, so this time I just bought the rest.
Well, Fred, Spider-Man has a game on PS5. The Miles Morales remastered is gonna be there.
Yeah, that game's probably fun as
Oh,
hell.
I beat Miles Morales, and then they remastered the original Spider-Man for PS5. It's amazing.
The original one was a lot of fun. I have the original one for PS4 over here somewhere.
So with the
I just got to plug in. I got to plug in my PS4.
yeah, with the remastered one, you already get all the DLCs. They're already unlocked.
Of course,
The PS5 one, so.
of course. When they re-release a game, they just bundle up all the DLC so they can charge full price.
You know, what I love about it's like it's a 2-scale version of New York City. That's what's absurd about Spider-Man.
They did a really good job with New York City in that game.
Yeah. Like, I learned about New York City, like where everything is in New York City, by playing Spider-Man. And it's still nerdy because they do drop a lot of Marvel Easter eggs in the Spider-Man.
Yeah. So if you play the Batman games,
I have not. I heard the Batman games are
dude,
unbelievable.
they're incredible. Like, I'm not huge on Batman, like the comic books, the lore.
I heard Arkham Asylum was
but-
unreal.
Arkham Asylum was so much fun. So challenging at times. The storyline was phenomenal. The map was it was a simple, fun game that I beat in 12 hours.
Okay.
It was quick. It was totally worth. I also bought that during the Steam sale. I bought all of them. I got Arkham City, Arkham Origins, and Arkham Knight. I still got to play.
I think Arkham Asylum is on Game Pass. I have to double check.
Play it, dude. You'd really like it.
I got to get through it. Xbox has been kicking my ass with like really good games on Game Pass. Like, I want to finish Halo. Like, Halo's my big rock at the moment because the new Halo Infinite is fucking amazing. And Forza Horizon 5 is the best racing game I've ever played in my life.
It's on my list. I thought I'm going to buy that eventually. Whenever I like playing a racing game, I'm going to play
Get Horizon 5. It's so good. It's
on my list.
There's so much content. It's
actually on sale right now.
I would purchase it. But Forza Horizon 5 is so fun to play. And it's just a crazy amount of content to put on there.
Dude, I'm just waiting for Lego Star Wars: The Skywalker Saga to finally be released.
They're releasing the Star Wars is coming out with another couple set of games too. I forgot.
Dude, the Lego Star Wars games are so much fun. It's all 9 of them in one giant bundle.
That's disgusting.
It's gonna be like 9 games for $60.
I actually need to go back and finish The Last Jedi one for Star Wars.
Lego Lord of the Rings was also incredible. It honestly might have been better. But Lego Harry Potter, such a disappointment.
Harry Potter's supposed to be coming out with that game too.
Yes, I'm pumped for that. Very excited for that.
Harry Potter's on the game. I can't wait till Starfield debuts on Xbox next year. Or a year from now. There's a lot of shit coming out. I was like, I'm really gonna need to buy an external. Or just speed through some of these games.
Dude, I'm trying to speed through some of these games, but this whole month of December, I've just been in edit mode. Edit all these fucking podcasts. I have cut 65 social clips in like 2 weeks.
Nice. I'm gonna do some clip cutting probably tomorrow of our show this week. This one will be easy because obviously it's just we're talking about different categories.
Yeah. Yeah.
And YouTube's getting pretty advanced with their video editing too. You can actually create chapters in the video.
Yeah. A lot of like news shows do that. Or like kind of podcasts like that. They split up into chapters, like segments and like that. It's a very good idea. It's a very useful tool.
Yeah.
So useful.
Is the show uploaded, by the way?
Oh, fuck, let me do that. I finished editing it, but I didn't put it up.
I've
also been migrating all of my data into MediaFire as well as Dropbox.
Gotcha. I gotta go through some of the music for Midnight Music. There's literally like 100 tracks that we can go through. Trying to figure out which ones are which or which ones I like. Pokemon Diamond. Oh my god. Enderby has so many sales.
Dude, they did a is it Nerdist? No, Screen Junkies. What is Nerd? It's Fandom Games. Did a honest trailer of the Pokemon Diamond game. Like, you ever watch the honest trailers?
Sometimes.
So, like, at the end they go starring and go through all the characters with funny names.
Yeah.
He goes through all 150 Pokemon and gives them nicknames. Some of them are just ridiculous. It's so funny. The honest trailers, highly recommended.
You really like yourself some April Room, don't you, friends?
Who's still with us in the chat? Who's here?
Fretz is
Everyone
here.
Say hello.
Fretz is here. I'm here. It's mostly just Fretz talking. Kavitas.
Fretz, ask me a question.
Last time we were able to ask him a question this year. Fretz always...
Is Red Dead not on the PS5, Mr. Fretz?
I don't know.
You haven't played... Mr. Fretz, if you've been going to play Red Dead 2, man, I'm sorry. That game is amazing. Game is the most beautiful, stylistic, amazing game I've ever played that I'm never going to touch again. Ever. Once I beat it, I'm done. Never again am I playing that game.
Question, can you get Returnal on Steam as well?
Returnal? is which one? I've heard of it.
It's a game that's going to frustrate the fuck out of you.
Let me look. It's on sale. Let you know. Eternal. No, I don't have Doom Eternal.
Okay, yeah, that's a PS5 exclusive. Fretz wants to know what's the worst match of the year.
Becky and Bianca at SummerSlam.
I'll agree. That's going to be a crazy sight, though. They're going back to Allegiant Stadium for Money in the Bank. Like money.
I can't believe they're doing that. That's crazy.
Money in the Bank is a stadium show. Like that's unbelievable. That's going to be a wild time.
Yeah, good idea.
Yeah. Look at you, Mr. Fretz, making friends with other people in the podcasting world.
You look like Morpheus. I gotta do a Matrix speed run before I see Matrix 4.
I heard bad reviews about Matrix 4.
I don't need to see that in theaters. I don't care how bad it is. I'm just gonna see it anyway. I'm expecting it to be bad. I don't dude. I have no business being this excited for Matrix 4, but I am.
You really do have no business being exciting. You still need to go see Spider-Man, dude. Like Spider-Man's going to blow you away.
Yeah. I just gotta find a link.
My next thing, I can say, well, it's a cam footage link, so I can't. You don't want to see that. I'm probably the next one I'm gonna see is probably Kingsman. Like
I'm not interested in a prequel. The first one was really good. Second one was Prequel, fine, whatever.
I also want to see because
4,
there's
though, John Wick 4 is going to be amazing. They're making a 4th John Wick movie.
It got bumped back a year. It got pushed back for another year. It's not gonna come out till 2023. Watch Spider-Man on that link tonight. I mean, Fretz did watch the link that I gave him for Spider-Man. I could give it to you, but Will wants to see it in the movie theaters. I'll let Will watch it in the movie theaters. It'll be there for a while.
Yeah.
So I also want to go see Kingsman because there's this movie theater that's like 15 minutes away from me. It's a dine-in movie theater.
A diamond movie theater?
Dine-in. Sorry, dine-in.
Oh, dine-in.
Yeah. So like you go to the concession stand, you place your order, and then you go to your seat and they deliver it to you. Yeah. The seats are also heated, by the way, apparently.
Movie theaters have really innovated.
Yeah.
Like movie theaters get a bad rap for no reason because it's like I feel like it's like an unsung, like great thing to do. It's super underrated.
Yeah, it's probably the most affordable thing you can do as an adult.
It's so luxurious.
Now it is. I'm surprised it took them so long to be like, oh, we can just put recliners. Like, oh, we can make everybody comfortable again.
Yeah, but it's less seats though. That's what they're thinking.
It is less seats, which up the
like
price
the only
more.
reason they could do recliners is because the amount of people going to the movie theaters were down.
True.
Overall, for most movies, like other than Marvel movies, when are you gonna see a packed theater?
Not often.
Not often. So they can do recliners.
Listen, I love recliners, man. Never change.
Oh, I'm in one. That's why I podcast in this recliner.
Like never change. I remember when they started putting in recliners, I was like, "Oh, this is fun."
Yeah, I didn't like the. I still don't really like the assigned seating though.
I do. Makes it a lot easier.
I like the mystery.
Survival of the fittest. Mr. Fretz wants to know, will we have another no fans era in wrestling next year? We will not, Mr. Fretz.
No, not in America.
Nope.
It's an election year, Fretz.
Oh, it's midterms, isn't it?
Yeah.
We just got booed. We have some of my movie theaters I go to do sell booze as well. I could not be drunk and watch a movie in a recliner chair.
Like, having a beer at a movie theater sounds awful. Sounds terrible. Because typically I'll probably eat an edible before going to the movie to begin with.
Yeah.
I want Skittles and nachos.
Yeah. You ever have cookie dough bites?
No, that's too much sugar.
It's so good though.
I bet. I don't doubt you for a second.
Cookie dough bites are amazing. What was it? Fuck, I lost my train of thought. Oh, but yeah, friends, we're not going to have a no fans era anymore because the pandemic will turn to an endemic by middle of the summer.
Dude, it's already an endemic.
It's still pandemic-y.
It's pretty endemic at this point. Like this Omicron variant, yeah, it's super contagious. Don't get me wrong.
Yeah.
But it's not deadly, like at all.
Thank God.
At all.
Yeah.
The hospitalization rate is not high.
I was going to say, what is
all.
the rate right now?
Well,
I know the infection rate is high, but the hospitalization rate is still stable.
Well, what do you think the hospitalization rate is for all cases from the beginning of COVID?
In New York State or
in the country? In the country.
Hospitalization rate of all cases of people with COVID, either 10% or a little less.
If you're vaccinated, it's 0.89.
Okay.
No, sorry. If you're unvaccinated, it's 0.89. If you're vaccinated, it's 0.01. So
it's a sense of time the vaccination has come out.
That's before Omicron.
Okay.
That's before Omicron. So yeah, I think Harvard did a study over the past year since the vaccines came out, and they did like a hospitalization rate between both vaccinated and unvaccinated.
Mm-hmm.
Unvaccinated is 0.89%.
Unvaccinated was 0.01.
And vaccinated was 0.01. So 1 in 1,000 people go to the hospital if you're vaccinated and get COVID.
Let's go.
That's before Omicron. So with Omicron, it's going to be even less.
It should be because more.
We're 1,000% in endemic right now. 85% of the country has gotten at least one shot. 97% of seniors have gotten their shots. At least people over 75.
So good job, seniors. Good job.
Yeah, the people who need the vaccine got the vaccine and are getting the boosters.
Yeah.
So we are 100% in endemic right now.
I just got my booster last Saturday. Yeah, I got mine Saturday. And one of the hospitals took over, and remember Babies R Us?
Yeah?
Yeah, they took a gutted out Babies R Us and made it a vaccine spot.
That's pretty awesome. Yeah, dude, if people want the vaccine, go get the vaccine. I hope you have access to one if you want one.
Yeah, it's pretty simple here. I literally just looked online. I'm like, here's the closest one to you.
Yeah, it was simple. Hoboken, I walked around the block and got my 2 shots.
Did you really?
Yeah, it was right. I had my appointment. I walked in, gave my name, my ID, and 15 minutes later, I'm out.
Yeah.
I can't walk. No, but I did lose my smell. Not lose my smell, but after my second shot, my smell got all messed up.
That sucks.
Like cleaning, everything smells. Like all my cleaning products smell bad.
I mean, cleaning products
like
don't always smell good.
My dish soap smell, but it smells like not like that. You smell it smells like dish soap. Like mine smells bad. Like my deodorant smells bad. I changed deodorant, still smells bad. My shampoo smells bad. My dish soap smells bad. My hand soap smells bad. My body odor smells worse. Even if I shower every day. It's just like white bread tastes different. It tastes like it's sour. Gatorade tastes like it's on fire. Like it tastes like ash.
Gatorade.
Like certain things just taste and smell differently. And it's come back over the past few months.
That sucks.
It's like my shot's kind of worn off, but it's like I don't want the booster shot.
Yeah, it's nothing. I just got a sore arm for like a day. I was like, I'm fine.
No, yeah, I'm sure, but I don't want to lose my taste again. I don't want to fuck up my taste. I couldn't smell gas when my pilot light went out. That was an issue. Jazz walks in. She's like, well, I smell gas. I was like, really? Lift up the stove? Son of a bitch, there's gas.
So you almost blew up your apartment.
I didn't know.
Good job.
Yeah, I couldn't smell it. I live alone, so who knows?
All right, so Fred says our vax rates are fairly high too, and the cases are whack. What do you mean by whack, Fred? Mr. Fred, I love how you spelled whack with a W-H-A-C-K.
It's whack.
It's whack.
It's whack.
The online booking in Ontario for the booster, whack. People line up to get... Mr. Fred, I love how you show your age here with whack. People line up to get rapid antigens at the liquor store. That's amazing.
That's pretty
That's
great.
amazing.
Dude, so get this. My friend works at CNBC.
Uh-huh.
And CNBC has mandatory return to work January 17th.
No matter what.
no matter what.
Okay.
But they also put in a mask mandate. We have to wear a mask everywhere, including your desk. How do those things go together and make sense?
Yeah, when I first got back to work over a year ago, the only time we were able to take our mask off is obviously when you were at your normal desk. Like, literally the routine was go in, take a couple of, like, sanitary wipes, clean off your area, blah, 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 and then, like, take your mask off. But, like, if someone came in the room, obviously you put a mask on. Or if you were, like, if you weren't in your natural desk, if you weren't in your natural, like, office, you're wearing a mask. I was like, that makes sense. But, like, sitting at your desk, you should be able to take your mask off, especially if that's, like, your primary work environment.
Once you take the mask off, it defeats the purpose of putting it back on until you leave the building. Like, wearing masks in common areas but not at your desk doesn't make any sense.
I would say in common areas because not everybody is commonly going to be at your desk. Like, when I was working, not everybody showed up at my desk. Like, it's not like the entire building was at my desk. Like, if I went to, like, a cafeteria where anybody can walk through, yeah, I'm probably wearing a mask.
Yeah, but still spreads. It's like that mask mandates. It's like the rules just don't make sense. They don't follow science. Like Fauci was saying, they're going to be wearing masks on airplanes forever. Forever. When airplanes, they've done studies. Granted, this was airlines doing their own studies, so take that one for a grain of salt. Take that one for a grain of salt. But they're saying like the air is 97% filtered throughout the flight, and they cannot link rising cases to airlines and flights. So they're making this mask policy that goes against what the science is.
That the airlines came up with themselves, which
should be double checked.
Yeah.
Hey, okay, the Pfizer CEO said we're gonna need a fourth shot. All right, why should we take that? Shouldn't we take that with a grain of salt?
I would take that with a grain of salt too. Do you follow? You're still on Instagram or not?
Oh yeah, I love Instagram.
Do you follow a guy named BMO the Prince?
No, but he was just on Rogan, so I've heard of him.
You need to follow his Instagram. He just makes reels, and like so he has like where he dresses up as the different vaccines, and the vaccines talk to each other. So one of them like Moderna's all pretty like put together, Pfizer's put together, fucking the Johnson & Johnson. He's dressed in tie-dye with a red Solo cup. Slurring his words.
What's his name?
BMO the Prince, I think. Give me 1 second, because
Yeah, so how do you spell it?
I'll tell you in one moment. Oh, somebody else got engaged. Yay. Things I don't care about.
Because I am not typing in what I think. I don't know what the fuck to type in. BMO the Prince?
Yeah, BMO, BMO, the THE Prince.
Oh, there he is.
Yeah.
Brian Moeller.
BMO the Prince, yep. You just go to his reels and just watch some of the shit. It's so fucking funny. There's a couple of them where he's like interviewing people to like who's gonna be 2022. And he looks up and goes, "Oh fuck, no, not you." And it's 2020. He's like, "Come on, give me a chance."
Yeah, I can't believe people make money doing this all day.
He blew up. He makes a crap ton of money now, I'm assuming. You just have to follow the ridiculousness.
This guy literally just does nothing at home all day long. This is incredible.
But it's so entertaining. It is so wildly entertaining. Oh, the Pro Bowl got named.
Dude, this can only work in a capitalist society. It's like in many ways, America is not a capitalist nation anymore. But then I see shit like this, it's like, yeah, we are.
This shit is so fucking funny. Cases are high 3,000 a day. Jesus Christ.
Yeah, cases are high. That's not necessarily. That doesn't really mean anything.
That doesn't mean hospitalizations.
That doesn't mean anything anymore.
No.
Like before the vaccine, yeah, cases were important, but like we're getting towards endemic stage. We're getting towards herd immunity. Natural immunity is just completely ignored in this country.
Mm-hmm.
Cases aren't that big of a deal. Like we have a 92% vaccination rate at work, which I was heard and I was very proud of us.
Wow, 92. That's better than.
92, I was shocked.
I'm
That's
shocked
between,
too.
That's between like contractors and full-time employees. I don't know if that's globally for the company or if it's just in the New York offices.
If it's globally, that's insane.
It's probably just New York
yeah.
offices. But even so, we've had like 14 people test positive for COVID in the past like 2 weeks.
That still seems pretty low if you're 92% vax rate, but
like, you know, they're taking the proper precautions. We can't go back to the office until mid-January, which is a problem for me. But
yeah, have fun going back in the snow.
There's stuff needed to do in the office. Like I have to be in the office next month.
Yeah.
But like if these people were just getting mild cases, like I could get COVID on Monday, return to work on Friday. Someone I gave COVID to gets sick on Wednesday, returns back to work on Monday.
Yeah, it's like having the flu. It's gonna turn into a flu season disease.
Yeah, it's gonna be yearly vaccines.
Mm-hmm.
It's hopefully not mandated because you can't do that.
No, it'll be optional for those who have them.
Yeah, it would be optional. That's what it should be. Like honestly, dude, if there was this yearly vaccines, you could get whatever you wanted if you wanted or not.
Mm-hmm.
That's the answer. That's the solution. Because as it goes on, this virus is going to mutate and become less deadly because that's how it survives. It's that kind of virus it is.
So it should become
more.
less deadly, but there's possibilities that it can become more deadly. It depends on how it mutates on the person.
Yeah, anything's possible in nature.
Yeah.
But you know, this vaccine, this variant probably came from people who were vaccinated. It probably spread
it
between
comes from
people
the
who were
unvaccinated, actually.
Did they find the patient 0? I don't know.
What from the
Like,
Omicron variant?
The first Omicron variant? Because
No.
They think it came from Europe.
No, but I do know variants happen on the unvaccinated is when you get the variant.
You can still spread it if you have COVID. If you you're vaccinated,
No.
you can still get it and spread it.
Huh.
So it can mutate. Why wouldn't it mutate both?
Oh, okay, my fault. It's more mutations arise in those unvaccinated compared to someone vaccinated with a breakthrough infection.
How do you measure that?
Hmm?
How do you measure if something's more likely to mutate?
You do a whole.
Just how many times it's happened, I guess.
Mm-hmm. But you don't know the reason why it happens. Patient
Yeah.
zero is Randy Marsh. Funny, Mr. Fretz. The one of the reasons that they think is that a vaccinated person can get rid of the virus faster, so it doesn't have a chance to mutate or get stronger or get weaker. Because there's already a framework in your body that says no, get the fuck out.
Yeah, we have the same thing with natural immunity too.
If you get to natural immunity.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And it says uncontrolled viral spread causes mutations. There you go.
You can still get COVID again even if you are naturally immunized. That can wear off too.
Yeah.
Essentially just another version of the vaccine. Same kind of this vaccine is.
Oh my God. People have been shitting on Biden for his I mean, I'm not shitting on him right now for his the extent of the student loan pause, which thank you.
Yeah. He should just can't. He should just cancel it. He said he was going to.
Well,
just cancel. Literally, Biden, like you're just making people more mad at you.
Yeah.
Because it's like this, you did something, but this isn't what you promised you would do.
He said
like,
he canceled $10,000 for all.
Down the road. Dude, cancel $10,000 like he said you were going to.
Mm-hmm.
He's not going to. Because he literally wrote the bill that says if you go bankrupt, you still have to pay your loans. He championed that bill and fucking wrote it.
Now, someone tweeted, Joe, transfer them student loans to God. We are one nation under God for a reason. Oh, my God. Too funny. Oh, my God. Just can't wait till it's over so I can start planning to go down to Dallas. I'm not gonna lie, I am pumped for WrestleMania this year, and I don't know why.
You missed the past 2 years.
Yeah, that's true. But you know what sucks this year for you, well, is that, so you know the Mania Club tailgate that we went to in New Orleans? They're like, oh yeah, by the way, we're going to offer buses to AT&T Stadium.
Oh, that's those guys.
Yeah. They're like $50 for a bus ticket for both days.
They must have money.
Oh, we're a huge organization now. They are freaking dominant. Speaking of which, you want to see the WrestleCon lineup so far? Because I was looking at this the other day. WrestleCon lineup in Dallas.
Thank God it's in Texas. Because if it was in LA, it probably wouldn't happen.
You have Bray Wyatt, Deonna Purrazzo, nobody cares. Brutus the Barber Beefcake, apparently.
Ew.
Yeah. Velvet Sky, Maria Kanellis, Matt Cardona, obviously, Brian Myers, Swoggle, Chelsea Green, Killer Cross, Karrion Cross, Ted DiBiase Jr. because somebody wants to see him. Honky Tonk Man, Scarlett Bordeaux, and the Rock and Roll Express so far.
Interesting.
Yeah. So what they did this year is they're doing a superfan. So a superfan ticket is right now is $100. This gets you into every session of WrestleCon whenever the fuck you want. And then there's a second set, there's like session 2 of WrestleCon is superfans only.
Ooh.
Yeah.
That's pretty wild. God damn it.
They're getting smarter about WrestleCon, dude. And the superfan ticket jumps up like $10 leading into WrestleCon. So right now it's $100. Actually, it jumps up, and then by January it's $120, February it's $130, March it's $140. I do love me some WrestleCon. Book your room. When are the updates to this bullshit out? Oh man, alright, did you upload the show? Yay? Nay?
Somehow I muted myself. Yes, I did.
I was like, how did you not do that? Okay. Alright, so let me get out of here because I actually have to watch Hawkeye tonight and do some other shit. So, yeah. Happy New Year, all that fun shit if I don't hear from you. And,
All right, dude.
yeah.
I'll catch you
Talk
later.
See you guys. See you next year.